Guys, listen up. As you get older, the best way to continue to look young, exuberant, and vibrant is to continue to take care of your skin. That's why I'm excited to have Teej Hanley as a sponsor of today's video. You heard me talk about them before, and you're going to continue to hear me talk about them because I believe in their products and the positive impact that they have on every man's life. Teej Hanley makes taking care of your skin so easy. They provide you with all the products you need and nothing that you don't. Every box comes with an instruction card that tells you when to use each product, how much to use, and in what order. Lapeef family, I must admit, skincare wasn't always something I always focused on, but since I started using this system, I've seen improvements in the way my skin looks and feels. And you don't have to take my word for it. They have over 5,000 5-star reviews on their website from satisfied customers from around the world. I recommend you start with the level 1 system, which comes with all the basics: a daily face wash, an exfoliating scrub, an AM moisturizer, and a PM moisturizer. In addition to amazing skin, members of Teej Hanley get tons of benefits, including at least 20% off retail price, the ability to customize your box, pause or cancel at any time, and free US shipping. And because Teej Hanley is sponsoring today's video, they're offering my viewers a great deal. Just click that first link in the description and you'll get 30% off your first box plus the free gift. Seriously, that's an amazing deal. Even though it's too early, as I often say, it's never too late. Click that link and get started today.
Oh, yeah. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Trigger Mike Show on the Lapeef Network. Today is, what is it, Thursday? Oh, snap. Tomorrow's payday. Yeah. It's not that I look at my account or nothing, but you got to love when them checks, when you got to balance that checkbook. Because it's mortgage time. Oh, yeah. It's mortgage time. All right. But either way, had a bunch of stuff come out of the account today. God damn. Or, in the last 2 days. Forgot I owed money for some of that shit. Veterans compensation. The people who got my veterans increase. Oh, they gonna get their money. They gonna get their money for helping you out. I was like, who took $400 out of my account? Those are big expenses. We got Taekwondo. I got my new MMA thing coming out. I don't really want to be bothered with a notification for that stuff. But I think I set it to like 300 and up. Who the hell is paying for that? Where is that money coming from? And sure enough, these people took their money, boy. But anyway, welcome to the Trigger Mike Show on the Lapeef Network. I did not write a monologue for this. I did not script anything. I'm just going to wait for y'all to come in and we're going to chop it up because today we got a dope topic. Every single one of y'all, men and women alike, have something to say on this topic today. So shout out to you, everybody watching nationwide and international. We got people overseas in Europe, Africa, Australia. We got people in New Zealand watching. I ain't gonna say Russia. Maybe Russia not watching, but who knows, man? Who knows? Either way, you are welcome here on the Trigger Mike Show on the Lapeef Network. Thank you so much for coming through, stopping through, and being good with your people. Shout out to the sponsor, Tiege Hanley. Remember, you get 30% off along with a free gift. The link is down in the description. Please make sure you get that uncomplicated skincare for men. It is almost payday. Make sure you allot a little bit of money, okay, to get that free gift and go ahead and get your uncomplicated skincare for men. We appreciate you for doing that. You are appreciated for helping our sponsor out. That is a great skincare product for men, and I hope that y'all take advantage of that. Shout out once again to the sponsor, Tiege Hanley. Y'all make sure y'all click that link and get something for yourself. All right, listen. If you have walked in here today and you did not click that like button, we got beef. Hit that like button right now on the way in. Get those likes up. And hit that share button for me too. What I want y'all to do, let's just do one. I'm going to give you a simple directive. Go ahead and hit that share button. And whatever social media platform you frequent the most, just send it to 3 people. If it's Facebook, post it to a group or post it to your story or your page right now. Just hit that share button. Hit the number one social media platform that you use and just share this with one person that may want to watch right now. Okay, we're going to have one hell of a topic. This might turn out to be really boring or really entertaining. One way or another, I want to see what people say. This is going to be one of those episodes where you're not just hearing what Trigger Mike got to say. All right, that could just be my anecdotal experience. But I think a bunch of people's anecdotal experience, we might be hitting on something. Amen? Shoot. Because I'm trying to know. I need to know what it's looking like here in these streets so I can develop programs to counteract what's going on here. All right. So absolutely, we got to know. We have to know. Who do we got in the chat today? My man Quincy, always in the building. Appreciate that. Badass thing. Good afternoon to you. Wait a minute. What's going on with you? How you doing? My man True Table. What's going on? I hope it is going to be fire. Easy Money Jones. What's good with you? Wind Chime. I don't know. Let me know. Wind Chime. The next episode was going to be how to know if he's a hoe. Should I do that episode? Will you pull up and let us know? You let me know in the comments. But here's an interesting perspective. If men are the leaders in society, then every topic is essentially about us. No matter what we're talking about, the women are going to blame the men. If you're a man like me, you understand that we ultimately have accountability to fix everything in society. Women aren't going to break anything and fix it themselves. It's all on us to fix. So whether you know it or not, every topic is about men. You want to know how I know? You want to know how I know? Single women's favorite topic, even though they swore men off, is men. Everything is about men. Whether you're talking about us directly or not, everything is about us, something we're doing, something we're not doing, something we already did, something we're going to do. Y'all favorite topic is men. So even when men, or even when I create a title named How to Know If She's a Hoe, this is about men too. If this was a bunch of women on the panel, y'all would just come up and talk about, well, these men weren't raising these girls right. That's why we got a bunch of hoes. Everything is about men. Have you not noticed? Have you not noticed? If I'm going to, on what is tomorrow? Friday? Tomorrow's topic is going to be how to know if he's a hoe. And all of the ladies giving smoke in the chat, y'all better come up. All of the ladies giving smoke in the chat. Y'all don't even have to cam up. I just need to see you to make sure you're real. Cam down. And I want your perspective. What are your experiences? How do we know? Because some men are going to tell you, yeah, some men, we're actually truthful, so we won't lie. We have a resident hoe on staff here, okay, on the Trigger Mike show. All right, we're not going to lie to you. Ladies, y'all going to lie. Y'all going to pretend a bunch of stuff. Yeah, y'all are going to gaslight, whatever. Y'all are going to lie straight to our face about what makes up a hoe and not, if we talk about women. But the men aren't going to lie. We're going to tell you straight up. So I want men and women perspective on that tomorrow. Tomorrow's episode is how to know if he's a hoe. Ooh, boy, I'm still icing my hand. Ooh, knuckles still on fire, boy. Knuckles still swollen. Can barely make a fist. Who else we got in the chat? Cold blood Rottweilers. What's going on? RT Tipsy Nomad. What's going on, Chief? MS Best. Jaquin, how you doing, man? Ain't seen you up here in a while. J Dub, what's going on? Queens of Virtue said she would love that. I want to see you up here on the episode. All right, Queen? My man, Stephen Alexander. Is this my frat brother? I've still wanted to know. Spelling his name kind of funny, but I want to know if that's my frat brother there. Y'all got the same name. MS Best again. My man, Black Man Unfiltered. You might have started this topic, BMU. It was you or somebody. Oh, here Trey go. One of the resident hoe number 2. No need to drag this out. They all hoes. Good night. This guy. Y'all come on in. We talking about it. The real Rob Lowe. What up with you, Chief? I'm chilling. We're going to get into it today. All right. So today's topic is how to know if she's a hoe. Now, ladies, what I want to tell you right off the bat, I don't have a scripted monologue for this. This is one hell of a quick off the rip type topic. Okay. That I don't want to monologue this out. I don't want to give objectives and bullet points and teach a class on how to know if she's a hoe. I think this is one of those situations where you take the collective experience of most of the men on the panel and you're going to get a general idea of what a hoe in society looks like. Now, to this word hoe, the reason why I feel so comfortable using it, and y'all let me know if I'm tripping or not, but we have crossed the threshold, okay? We have crossed a threshold where This is not a derogatory term anymore. The women call each other hoes. The women call each other hoes. Y'all have created a culture around this in which every type of woman on earth participates in, no matter her class, no matter her financial status, no matter her occupation, no matter her upbringing. We all know every type of woman that practices and embraces whole culture. Can I get an amen? So I know it's coming. Why these women got to be hoes for? No. That's no longer a derogatory term. That's no longer a derogatory term. April, don't give out all the answers. You getting ahead of me, man. That's one of mine. That's one of my good ones too. Damn. April out here spilling the tea already. But I dropped the link because I need y'all to come up and talk. Trey obviously has some things to say on this. So I need all the fellas. And look, I'm not even coming at this from a perspective where we're talking about what you think a hoe is. I want you to speak more from the hoes you've experienced. All right. The hoes that broke your heart. Okay. So don't just be like, oh, I knew a girl once. Nah. I need you to tell us about the chick you messed with. All right. And if you somebody that's gonna be out here claiming that you ain't had no hoes in your life, then this conversation might not be for you. I do want to hear the women, Trey. But this is one of those things where do you think a bunch of women are going to come up on the panel and talk about their promiscuous friends or themselves? I don't know. Our resident hoe here on the Trigger Mike show says, bruh, I graduated from Heaux University. I can tell you what a hoe is and what a hoe ain't. We appreciate what you got to say. Let me drop that link again. We just going to come up here. So let me get your general opinion just from everybody in the chat and all the ladies here, because the Freaknik documentary is not out yet. So some of y'all mamas ain't exposed just yet. But if we were to give let's do this. What did a hoe look like in high school? Because at least when we were younger, there were more girls with some restraint. Because some of y'all can remember it was very hard, whether you were present for that part of it or not. It's very hard to break through the chastity of some girls early on. So let's just go all the way back to high school. What was the girl that was just acting up? What did you define it as in high school? Because by then, at least half the student body was cutting up and at least trying to be sexually active, if y'all can remember. Not that we promote this type of behavior on the Trigger Mike show. We're talking about our experiences. And if you're going to lie, listen, my parents moved me. I don't know why they did this. We were comfortable in Virginia Beach where we were. And they moved us to a city that was not Virginia Beach. And all of a sudden, I went from talking about Dragon Ball Z every day to looking at girls that were in my class, bellies poked out, pregnant. So y'all were doing something. I definitely don't promote that. I don't think it should be going on. But the reality was girls in middle school were pregnant. Okay. How do we spot these? You know what? Let's talk about this first. Advanced perception, you bring up a good point. Because this is supposed to be a question, but I want to talk about this right now. We're going to talk about it more. Are church girls really the worst girls? Are church girls really the worst girls? Hear me out on this, because this might be a complete anecdote. I'm 100% willing to admit if I'm wrong and my hypothesis is not the general theory, okay? I'm 100% willing to admit if I'm wrong. But are church girls really the worst girls? I don't think so. Y'all let me know. Nurse Fancy. Okay, this is really interesting. Pause from the church girl. You say you don't know any 304s. You're a nurse. That is cap. That is cap. The number one cheaters, like literally didn't. Who saw that statistic that came out the other day? That study. The number one self-reported cheaters are nurses. Please, come on, Nurse Fancy. It's in you, not you. Oh my God, not you, Nurse Fancy. But I worked in the hospitals too, all the way from tech level. I was a mental health tech while I was getting my master's. Okay. And I smashed hell of a lot of nurses at work. And that was me by myself. Okay. These women had a man or not, they don't care. They don't care. It is hedonism up in there. They smashing the doctors. The nurses smashing each other. The nurses smashing the techs. We had an administrator smashing the nurses. He got fired. Like, come on, Nurse Fancy. Stop it. Stop it. She said somebody Dusty Son. That's always who it is, isn't it? My man Sharon said no, probably to the church girl comment. My man Ashton says, yes, they monsters. No, you didn't. The pastor's daughter? Okay, that's pretty bad. And see, that's usually the one. I'm gonna actually use this to make my point. I don't think church girls are the worst. Wait a minute says no. Jolie says no. I don't think so either. They keep the secrets the best. Nurse Fancy says she thinks so. Easy Money Jones says church girls knew how to hide what they were doing. That is kind of true. Tennessee Hennessy, I like that name. That's dope. One of my pastor's daughter got pregnant at 14. Okay, now y'all are making my point. Y'all are making my point. This is what I mean about this church girl thing. This is why I don't think it's true. Pastors' daughters are known to stray a little bit. They are under such a strict adherence to whatever it is they're doing. For some reason, most pastors got a bunch of girls. I've rarely known a pastor. It's usually a bunch of girls and one boy. That's usually how they get blessed, because maybe like God want to test their faith. They either have a bunch of kids, like 8 or 10, and it'd be like 2 boys and 6 girls and something like that. God really want to test that man's faith. Woo! But my overall synopsis, my hypothesis on church girls is, because I said this on another panel. I have never known a girl from church. I have never known Kim from church to be freakier than Keisha from the hood. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree. I know y'all did freaky stuff with church girls, but I have never known Kim from church to be freakier than Keisha from the hood. I am 100% willing to take an L on this one, because I want to know y'all experience, man. Keisha Keisha made me not worry about Kim. All right. Keisha took all my attention. She wasn't in church. Ooh, we split on this. This is gonna be a good discussion. This is gonna be a good one. All right. Advanced perception says it's more like 50-50. Trey says, Jethro says false. Ooh, this is a good one. We split on this. Keisha and Tasha from the hood way freakier. Let me tell you why I think. Well, this is mine, and we can make this one the first question, because I want to debate with y'all a little bit. Here's what I think it is. I think a lot of the freaky girl church rhetoric is because these are church girls. So we get like that gasp type of thing, like, oh, you're not supposed to be doing that. You from church girls. I knew church girls that were freaky, that were doing stuff, playing around and watching, like doing all type of stuff. I knew all of that was going on, but I never thought they were freakier. And I never thought they were quicker to bust it open than Keisha. Keisha was always down. Keisha was telling you when her mama wasn't home. Okay? Look, I was trying to chill with her name wasn't Keisha, her name was Brittany, but you know what I mean. I was trying to chill with the girl. She was a smart one. She was just a hood, she just lived in the hood. Her sister was super hood. Super hood. Her sister was a super hoe, all of that. This one was smart. She was calm. You know what I mean? So I'm actually trying to be like, yo, what's good? Trying to do it the right way. And I'm like, I'm trying to chill with you. I'm trying to spend some time. This is high school, mind you. This girl was like, smiling. She's like, okay, that's cool. All right. You can come over. I'm babysitting this weekend. My ass went over there with no intention to smash. This girl put the kids to sleep and came downstairs in a long, y'all remember tall tees? Came downstairs in a tall tee with nothing under it. Oh, that was my first time, by the way. Woo! That shit went by quick, as you can imagine. That girl had you ever had a situation? Look, let's not lie. Because some of you dudes are overly eager, but even in the beginning, we're scared. She was so forward that I was like, is this shit even appropriate? Is there like a camera about to come out of this? Is this a test? Because all your life you've been told you had to work for the booty. You got to treat her right. You got to do all this. Man, that girl came downstairs in a white tee, was like, look, we doing this or what? I mean, some of y'all might have got it like that. Church girl was never that quick. Y'all tripping. Some of y'all might got the juice like that. It's not even that I didn't have the juice. I just never tried them like that. Let's see. What else y'all got to say? RP Tipsy Nomad says, Trigger, I'm a few minutes behind, but I had the deacon's daughter during Sunday school on a Friday night. God! So this is what I'm saying. There's a lot of people in church. It's always the ones closest to the top. Their children are the freakiest because they're in church several times a week with their mom and dad. Those people that live in church probably the freakiest. Them girls ain't like, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Keisha was way freakier. Y'all tripping. Y'all are tripping, but let's hear it. You know what? We're gonna continue this because I want to hash this out. I think Keisha is freakier than Kim from church. Keisha from the hood is freakier than Kim from church. I'm gonna drop that link in the chat. I just did it. So go ahead and come up if you can. Cam up if you can. What's going on, my man JT? How you doing?
What's good, man? What do you
Oh,
do?
I'm
What do you
good, bro.
do?
We having a fun conversation today. MS Best
Trying to
says lots of restrictions. You right.
trying to
You
figure
right.
out
They got
what
them reading.
how to tell if she's a hoe. Where I'm from, we call them skeezers or
Ooh,
skeezies.
yes. I
Get
remember that
downs.
one. You know what?
Shorty
My
a
man,
get
the
down.
real Hube says, dang, Mike, you sounded like you was whack back in the day. I don't hide from this. I don't hide from this. I was hella whacked until I wasn't.
I was just about to say I think
Like,
everybody
I
had a
don't
whack
hide from this
stage,
kind of
man.
dialogue. I was a sheltered Nigerian kid, bruh. I was hella whacked till I wasn't. So my parents didn't believe in buying me all these Jordans and shit. So girls were not looking my way until I could buy all that shit for myself. I was hella whacked till I wasn't. Then I was that dude. You see what I'm saying? So no, I
Yeah.
never hide from this type of information. I don't like when people cap and say they weren't that dude. Because in college, I was that nigga. So, really the way it works is I see some people are victim to that, right? Whatever your parents' beliefs are, you're just gonna be under that. My dad
Yep.
won't buy me no $150 sneakers. He won't doing that, right? But the good part is that you're just in waiting. You just wait till you can buy all that stuff for yourself. I was like, I'm gonna be by the time
and you
it's
usually
go ahead.
you usually spend your own money on it, so you work harder for it versus the kid who was handed it to him. You usually see a flip flop after high school. You usually see
Oh
the
yeah.
coolest kids, the coolest dudes be like the most brokest, lamest guys after like 10 years after high school, 5, 10
Ooh, that
years.
is true.
And
That is
and
true.
then you see all the girls that was ugly, they start to look better. Like all the weird looking girls, they start to be the baddest chicks out here. And
Yep.
same thing for the girl. It's usually a flip flop. Like the coolest guys be the
Bruh.
ones that's homeless and all this.
Bruh. Not you. So there was this chick nobody wanted to mess with. She was super tall, right? She played basketball. Nobody wanted to mess with her. Only thing anybody would talk about was her booty. Like she would wear basketball shorts like the boys and all that. Nobody saw her for years. She went to some D3 school and played ball. 24, 25 years old. I'm in the mall. All I hear is, "Hey, Mike." And I turn around like, when you see
Don't
somebody
even
as
remember her.
that was a girl turn into a woman for the first time, like, who is this? Yo. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Some of the people that were whack, look, I literally not only did I did not recognize her, I literally had to ask questions that didn't make sense. Like, where did these titties come from? When did you get these? Like, oh,
Look, ask her how old she is. She the same age as you.
I said, when did you get all that? Yo, so you absolutely right, bro. What up? What up?
I knew King Spark. I knew King Spark was going to run off to this program because he loves stuff like this, man.
Oh no,
Shit,
no.
King Spark.
We need the expertise from every facet of
He
the earth on
is
this.
the
Spark
expertise
know
in
You
about
this
to
know
get
what's so
down.
motherfucker.
funny is I
Spark about to
just
get
seen the
down.
live, but I don't know what the hell y'all talking about. I just hit the live, but they said they're gonna have to
Are
fill
you
All
me
right,
sure
in.
about
God damn it!
that?
no,
I
this
don't
is a
think so. I
juicy.
don't
No,
think so.
this is a
We talking
juicy.
about boppers.
Nah, so let
Okay.
me. Who is worse? Because we need to hash this one out. I'm not letting this one go. Church girls or hood girls? That is the question. Because if
So,
you didn't
so,
hear
so,
what I
so,
said, I have never known, and I'm talking about generally, I have never known church girls to be worse than hood girls. I
I'll
think the
tell you
hood
a
girls are
story.
far easier. Go ahead.
I'll tell you a
I,
story. Do you
I think
know?
that church girl is a good girl.
I was about to tell a
Of course you
goddamn
do,
story.
Ike.
This is why. Hey, can they listen to this story? Okay. Do you remember? You know who? I think Tariq Nasheed.
Yeah, he don't like me
You know
too much.
he.
Go ahead.
It's okay, but he wrote some books about like how to be a Mac, how to be a player back in the day. You remember
Yeah.
that? Y'all
No,
don't
I don't.
remember. Okay. Well, anyway, I was a young player, and I figured, what I'm saying, I'm not going to use everything in the book. Probably I'm going to know some things, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the book for GP and read it just to make sure I got all my bases covered.
Mm-hmm.
And it got to this one section, and it said, if a church girl ever invites you to church, go. I promise you're going to get the pussy. Now, subsequently, years later, I meet this chick at the gym, right? And she says, will you go to church with me? And I was like, ding! I was like, absolutely. I go to church with her. That was the first date. The second date, we went straight to the room.
Damn. You think they're
Straight
doing it
like
because
that.
they're like, I'm gonna get an ass to a man of God? Is that why they doing it?
I was
I
just
don't
about to
think.
say.
I,
Did
I
you
think
sing
maybe
some of
in
the
their
hymns?
mind. I think
Did you
maybe in
sing
their
some of the
mind.
hymns in church? Did you sing a little bit?
No, nigga, I was talking about the damn the LGBT the choir director. Because during this time, honestly,
They
during
all
this time,
LGBT. This is crazy.
they
Aren't they
all,
all LGBT?
they
Like every
all,
last one of them.
they all. And I
Damn.
said, this is abomination to God. And really, she got a kick out of me, so we was just joking the whole time. But the second time, straight to the room, right? The Mustang, nigga. What you know about the
What?
Mustang?
Wait. Was it just
You know
you and
about that
her?
Mustang?
Was it King Spark? Was it you and her, or did you
Mustang.
go with her parents?
No, where the fuck her parents coming in this shit at?
To the
I'm
church.
just saying. When you're
Oh
telling
no
the
no no
story,
no
I
no
don't know
no.
if
We
you're
was
adults or
grown.
if
No,
you're.
we
Oh,
was
okay.
grown.
I see
No
what
no
you
no
mean.
no. No, we was grown.
I'm married a church girl. So the first time she asked me to go to church, it was in context with her parents. So I was like,
Oh,
I'm like,
that
let me
sucks.
pass.
Nah, that
I'm
one you
like,
ain't doing nothing, player.
yeah,
That
yeah.
He
I'm
sucks.
doing
like,
it the
let
right
me
way.
pass on that.
Are we talking
That
about the
sucks.
Let me
church
pass
girl
on
or
that.
the pastor's daughter? Because it's two different things, I believe, low key, a church girl versus a pastor's daughter.
The
Which one we
pastor's
talking
daughter is
about?
a
Yo,
super freak.
that is true. That is true.
But no, that goes. She's under the umbrella though.
I
Because if
definitely violated.
you are a pastor's wife or pastor's daughter, you're definitely a church girl. What?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Right.
no, no,
It's
I
the
those two go
same
definitely
hand in
umbrella.
violated.
hand.
You know what
But
I mean?
she could be a church girl, but not necessarily the pastor's daughter. Like her mama might go to church all the time, but they ain't got nothing to do with the pastor. That's why I was asking, because I know earlier we was talking about the pastor's daughters versus the hood girls.
Well, let's get that straight. The pastor's daughter is top 5 bust
Yeah,
downs.
I
I
never
was gonna
thought
agree
that I
with you,
can
little
say that.
Cal.
I can never say that until I met one and had
No,
sex
it's
with
the
one.
truth.
The
It's the
pastor's daughter,
app. The
a
pastor's
pastor's daughter. I
top
met up
five.
with one in Houston,
Top 5.
and we
Mm-hmm.
did the most I don't know what kind of stuff in
and
the
I
bedroom.
think
let me
it's
tell you
because
how
they're
they
the
get
most
away with it though.
secluded.
Let me
Like
tell you how
I
let me tell you how they get away with it, bro.
Think about it.
Pastors' daughters are not only they're the biggest cheaters. So if you have one as a girlfriend, you might be a placeholder dude. You might be the dude she's allowed to go out with because your father is also involved in the church. So I'll have her home by such and such time. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, you can go out with him. You're
That-
the placeholder dude,
yeah,
You're
and her
cheating.
yeah,
real dude is
you the
out.
image.
Is
You're
her
You
also
the
real dude is
representative
following
to
you
her
around?
father.
she'll meet
you're
the
But
other
you
dude
know
later.
what? You know
Yeah.
what though? Now that I think about it though,
church.
the apple don't fall far from the tree because some pastors be
Ooh,
hoes too.
Yup,
They
that's
yes,
be fucking
facts.
the
yes,
whole congregation.
yeah.
I'm just saying
Some
something, I
pastors
just
do
thought
get
Some
about
of
it.
shot
them
out
do.
now.
So I don't want to say all, but you're gonna say some of them do. You can tell
I
too.
don't think a pastor's daughter is worse than a hood girl though. Just off of the strength of the pastor's daughter has to hide it more. The hood girl just do what she want when she
She
want.
does it. Oh my
I
goodness. But
don't.
I'm
Well,
telling
I
you,
don't want you. You know what? I don't like for hood girls to get a bad rap, okay? Because it's
they
some
did it to
decent
themselves.
chicks. But no, because it's some decent chicks that come out the hood, bro.
I agree with you on that.
When you say hood to me, I think you just live in the hood. And
Right,
by just living
right.
in the hood
Nah.
is not saying that. Now,
Yeah,
if
that
you
ain't saying
talking
nothing at
about,
all.
if you saying ratchet, the ratchismos, now if you say hood
That's who we
That's
talking
rats,
who
about.
I'm talking
if
So
you
about. Yeah,
say
the
I
hood
hood
agree.
rats.
No,
rats,
I
That's who I'm
absolutely
talking
agree.
about. The hood
I
Them
rats.
good
agree.
it's
girls come
different.
out of the hood, they just live there, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
there's
But
a lot
the
of them.
most ratchetest girls come out of the hood, and these girls are not even they have no sexual restraint, meaning that they'll proposition you type stuff. Like, I'm trying to see
Yeah.
what that. I've
That's
never
what I was
really
making
had a church girl
comparison
do
about.
that. It could just be me. It was literally Keisha from the hood that did that to me every time.
Hey, I
Yeah,
got a
church girl too
homeboy,
busy
he be
hiding it from her
banging up.
father.
I got a homegirl hit the hood rats. He love hood rats. I'm talking about love him. He say, man, you be taking out all them fine ass girls, some expensive ass restaurants. So one night he had to pick me up from the arena. I was working the arena. He had the hood rat in his car. I know he had already did whatever he wanted to. He hit her ass with some what? All she asked for out her mouth was, "Can I get some Whataburger and a pack of Newports?" That was it. That was it. That's
Newport
all she
Shorts is
wanted.
crazy.
That's all she wanted.
Oh man, nah, you tripping,
But
J Hub.
they
I would never hit sexy red
but the
ever.
Sexy
hood
red
rats
is
do have
disgusting.
lower expectation. Hood rats the
Disgusting.
type of chicks where they'll want to give you some coochie because you held the door open for them. Like
Yes,
that just from being a gentleman can get you some coochie from a hood rat.
yes, yes.
'Cause she never had that before.
Because I told you I was unsuspecting. I thought I was messing with the good girl from the hood because she was quiet and she did her work. This girl was even like, come jump up and I was like, God. No, I've never known them, bro. It's always been
Then
the
they parents not home half of the time, so you just go straight to the crib.
I
But
told
that's
you.
what I was
I
gonna
just
say
said it.
about the chick from the suburbs, though, JT. I was thinking that they all freaks because the chicks in the suburbs Normally, they peoples don't get home. They ain't nowhere around the house.
That's
They peoples
facts
go.
too.
They
Mom
peoples
and
go
dad
out of
both working.
town. They go to.
You know
Well,
what? I will
my
say
dad
this.
is
I
in
will say this,
China.
Spark.
I guess
I
that's
will
not
say this,
exclusive
Spark.
to the
It's the
hood,
white
right? You
girls'
right?
parents that's never home.
That's right.
Oh yeah,
That's
Either
dad
right.
the
on
black
business
the
meeting.
black girls are they always in the care of somebody. They grandma you be at the door. They grandma look. Can I help you? Oh,
Gotta wait till they fall asleep.
it's the white girls whose parents never home.
That's true.
Like they just look.
That
In
is
fact,
true.
I don't understand white parents because girls used to say stuff like that. Oh, they're in Aspen skiing, and I'm like,
Yeah.
whose care are you under? Like you just on with your brother?
Mine.
Got the whole house to herself for 2 weeks.
Yeah, like
For
what?
real.
What you mean? What
Be
your
playing house.
grandparents?
Mommy and daddy, get on that counter. Get
Mike,
on
in
that
high
couch.
school,
Get on that exercise bike.
where
Get
were
on that
all the
coffee
epic?
table.
Where were all the epic parties thrown at?
Yeah, at the white
Some
kid's
white
house.
person's house. They
Yeah,
was
Yes,
out of
parents
their people
gone
was
for
out of
2 weeks.
motherfuckers gone.
Didi, if
Cause
you
you
Dad
were
don't
on
with
the
get
at
this
your
business
house.
meeting
bullshit
across
out
the
of here,
country.
you just change. We not knowing nobody talking about this. Just got
But
to
her.
shame. Nobody
But
talk about this.
But
You
her.
missed
but
a whole
Team Coochie,
disclaimer.
what she talking
We
about?
were once teens.
We were yeah, we're talking about our own experiences. What you talking
We're talking
See,
about
people just
our
hear what they
past
want to
experiences
hear.
that actually happened.
This shit
Didi,
is
you want to bring
Hear
your
what
ass
they
up
anecdotal.
want to
here?
hear.
This is
Bring your
anecdotal,
ass up here,
goddammit.
Didi, and get this smoke in person. I'm not playing with you. Advanced Perception $2 says, I'm just saying, a lot of those hood girls be in church too. Not a lot of them. Well, you know what? Maybe it just depends on where you at.
It's a
Maybe I
decent
didn't go to
amount.
that church.
It's a decent amount with
I
their
was gonna say maybe I
grandparents.
don't know. So it might be
That's
me.
true.
All right. So what is the consensus, man? Well, let's take a straw poll. Who is worse, church or hood girls? I got hood girls.
I say hood
TBB.
rats, man. The hood rats.
Nah, I say church.
I don't think it makes a difference. I think you guys are tripping.
All
A
right.
chick who wants to stroke is gonna stroke. I don't care where she's from. At all levels, if you can find a woman, I mean, you could put sophisticated ladies out there. They're stroking. The damn hood girls are stroking, and a lot of them go to church. By the way, if you're in the old black community, a lot of people go to church
Yeah.
just so to absolve themselves and shit of all the shit they do the other 6 days of the week. So all I'm just trying to say, I don't make a distinction. When you get a girl who likes to get down, she likes to get down. Don't matter whether she got a dress on or pants, dungarees, college girl. There's women stroking at every level, man. I just saw a TikTok of a woman. She looked like she was pretty sophisticated. She said, all I want to do is fuck. I don't want you to like me. I don't want to like you. Just come over and knock the shit out and get out of here. And she, she looked like she looked pretty good. Now, hopefully, it was good. And then she got all kinds of TikToks back because people think she's busting down every random dude. She said, "I'm not busting down every random dude. I just don't want a relationship. I just want somebody to hit this shit and leave. I know it sounds like I'm a man, but I'm not. I just want to hit it and leave." And I was like, I hear you, baby.
You
Well,
just gave us
we
that
know
long
they.
answer. Gave us that long answer just to say that you
Yes,
ain't had
it
no
is.
hoods back in the day.
Yeah. Look.
Well, first
We
of all,
all know they all gonna get
I
down.
didn't like the damn thing, so I didn't put my mark on there. I just listened to the chick. Okay, I just listened to her. Anyway, I'm only joking. I don't care.
Look, we
That's
know
it,
they
man.
all gonna get down, but we saying which one worse. One gotta be doing it way more than the other
I
or harder. We
disagree.
know everybody gonna get down though. That's just human nature.
I
Right.
just think the
That's
comparison
human
is not a
nature.
good one. That's all,
You know
JT.
what though? I'm gonna make a case for these church girls because now I just thought about high school. I used to go to church with my high school sweetheart, and her mama go back upstairs when we get home from church. And them little stockings coming down, she got the dress on because we was in church. Easy access. I'm just
Y'all are
saying.
wilding.
I'm
Man,
just
I
Yeah,
know
saying.
some people who
Never.
done
I'm
did
I
just
some
would
saying.
look.
despicable stuff
I'm
in
just saying.
church. In the
Y'all are
church.
wilding.
We ain't
I'm
just
just
talking
You
saying.
about
know
the
what? It's
girl.
because Murphy's law apply to me. Anything that can go wrong will go
Will go
wrong.
wrong.
That
Fast.
daddy will turn the car around. I forgot something in the house. What you doing with my daughter, nigga? Oh, shit. Sorry.
The only reason I say church girls is because hood girls are at least upfront about it. Number one, and number two, you know who they're doing. You know, homeboy going to her house, and you know what for. But with a church girl, it's kind of hard to read.
But that's why I'm saying that the hood rats are
No
worse
comment.
because the church girl, even when she
Put that
wants to
back
do
up
it,
there, man.
sometimes I think the church girl don't do it because she can't. Sometimes she don't want to disappoint her father.
Mm-hmm.
The hood rat don't care.
I think.
But
Well, I think. Okay. So, I guess I'm thinking a little bit more throughout time, because I think throughout time, once that church girl breaks away from the family, she's gonna be worse than that hood rat chick. That hood rat chick may grow out of it. She may one day just
well,
stop
Now I
stop
can
screwing
let
around.
agree
You see
with
what I
so
that
mean?
when she goes to
let me
college and
actually
stuff.
put it let me put it to you like this. It is actually the church girl that is, well, I'm not gonna say less promiscuous, will have the appearance of being less promiscuous. Is that fair?
Right.
Because
Yes.
when
Facts,
you
yeah,
take
she hide it more.
a poll of who gets pregnant more before a certain age and out of wedlock, it will always be the hood chicks. So
Right.
somehow in fact, let me put it to you like this: there is a good amount of promiscuous girls in both church and in the hood, but all the girls that have made me wait have been more religious girls. Like literally ran a gauntlet sheet down. Like, you got to meet my daddy first. Yeah, the
Yeah.
only girls that have ever had a prescribed list of shit to do to get with them have been girls who have like are from 2-parent household. All that, like, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, they got that
Strict shit
father
like that.
barrier.
So there are more girls like that naturally because they just want what their mama got or their dad told them this is what you have to do. Exactly. Like, wait a minute, says they have standards. The
Yeah,
only girls that
it's
I've
the
ever seen
barrier
that
of the
have had
father.
standards like that usually come from 2-parent households and or are church girls.
But I
I
think the
think
All
I
right.
church girl. Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
no, I really think the church girls, man. See, the difference between the two is the church girls, they want to get down for the free. They don't want nothing. They don't want nothing from you. Nothing at all. They just want to go there. And I think that's the whole allure to the church girl is that I'm being bad.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm
Yep.
being
Yeah,
naughty.
Yep.
So was
yeah.
So
Eve the
that's what
first?
she almost feeds off that energy. Like you
So was
talk
Eve
dirty
the
to a
first
Yeah,
church
church girl?
girl,
adrenaline rush.
King
Yeah, it's
Spark,
she
was
gonna
Eve
adrenaline
the
go
rush.
first church
crazy.
girl?
I know no one may not want to
King
hear
Spark,
this.
was
Go
Eve
ahead.
the
Go ahead.
first church
Go ahead.
girl?
Say that
Was,
again,
was
Pain.
Eve the first church girl? Eve. She's the
Eve, you mean
first.
like
No,
Adam and
no, she
Eve?
was the
Yeah.
first
Was she
hoe.
the first church girl or the
She was the
first
first
hoe?
Mm,
hoe.
Who was it?
Damn.
I don't
Now,
know.
now
If you
that's
go,
crazy.
But
Hold
was
on.
she a hoe? Cause she only had one man, Adam,
Well,
right?
she had the serpent. The serpent might
well,
not have sex with her, but she sure was seduced.
you went
You
there,
know,
Pain. So
Ooh,
I'm gonna just ask.
okay, I could give you a scenario. I'll be real quick.
y'all
Okay,
getting deep.
no, let's just
Snakes
look at
out
Hey
here
it.
getting
man.
If you
human pussy.
believe
Like,
in
it's
this, if you
crazy.
believe in this stuff, right? So you had Adam and Eve, right? So Adam is there. God's, he made Adam. He said, "God damn, I'm bored looking at this dude. I'm gonna put you to sleep. I'm gonna get this rib out and shit." And then he brings a woman out there. He said, "Okay, that's okay. Guess what? I'm gonna put this dude in there with a serpent and make him sound like a seducer and see if that works." And then it should work. She bit the apple, and then she seduced the dude. And from then on, we have the world we have today, this big ass gender war from the fact that Eve ate the apple, seduced the
But
Hey,
that don't
Pain.
make
Hey,
her
hold
a
on, hold
hoe
Hey,
on. I
though.
Pain.
just
That
wanna,
don't make her
I
a
just
hoe.
wanna
That just
say,
make her a bad woman.
hold on a minute. Our pain. I just wanna say from a church perspective, you just fucked that story up 3 ways from Sunday. That ain't how that happened. So let's start over a little bit here. He made Adam, and then he made Eve. Eve was seduced by the serpent. The serpent represented the devil, who was made by God and was claimed to be the most beautiful and most handsome angel he ever created in his creation. What happened was he went down there and said, "Eve, I look at Adam over there. That other motherfucker was just made, but look at me. I'm the most beautiful thing you've ever seen. I'm gonna give you this dick, and then when I give it to you, I want you to take that apple over there, and make that food, eat up on this fruit. And once you bite that fruit, you're gonna be smart just like God. Your eyes gonna be open. Everything gonna come to you." She said, "Okay, Big Daddy." And she went
Pain.
back
I
over
just
there and
want to
Your
said,
throw
mic
this
sound
out
a little
there.
muffled.
Pain, yeah, very much so. Pain. Since we brought this shit up, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. That story is the most fucking ridiculous creation story I've ever heard in my goddamn life. And we grown ass men listen to still regurgitating that bullshit about a damn snake and an apple and all. What the?
No.
Come on,
Hold on. So King Park, let me help you out a little bit. So everything is an interpretation. So just like we say for instance, you use a word like this nigga over here is a rat, right? He's not physically a rat, but we represent him as a rat because he runs his fucking mouth too much, right? So when we say serpent, we're really talking about a motherfucker who is a snake, like which we refer to niggas today. Damn, when I went at the house, that snake ass nigga was trying to fuck my girl, right?
So what's the word for that?
Everything
So
is
the
a
Bible. So we agree that the Bible was not a real story, that people really didn't do that
No,
shit, right?
King Spark. Yeah. Hey, King Spark. Let me give you another one. Hey, the Immaculate Conception, right? Joseph was the first stepdaddy. God came down in a white coat, put the chicken wing.
No, there you go again.
Pain.
It wasn't
I got a
him.
better. But listen, for all you Bible
Oh, y'all
thumpers, I
boys
got a question.
butchering the Bible
For
all the
y'all.
way up.
Hold on, I got a question for all you Bible thumpers, and if any of y'all can answer this, I cash app you right now. I ain't gonna tell you how much, but I cash app you something. I want to know if it was Adam and Eve, right? And then Cain and Abel. These was the only 4 people on the planet, right? Right? Who the fuck did Cain and Abel marry?
Okay, yeah, they weren't the first people on Earth. They were not. They were not. No,
Okay,
they were
so
not. No, there were people. There were people already here. God just decided, hey, listen, I need to do this. I need to make this man and this woman to do what I need them to do, to make them do what I need them to do. And that's why when he cast Cain out after he took his brother's life, he cast Cain out into those people who were like that. So say for instance, you dropped him off at the damn, you told him, hey, you can't be in this mansion no more. We're going to take your ass to South Dallas. Or we're going to take your ass to, you know what I'm saying, to the baddest parts of Chicago. And take your ass out there, right? And so when he went out there, that's how that started. So no, they were not the first one. So my cash app is $ Black Man Unfiltered. You can go ahead and send me the cash app. I just stopped by
Ain't nothing wrong
Starbucks.
with your phone, King Smart. Ain't nothing wrong with your damn phone, King Smart.
Hey man, I didn't mean to start. I didn't mean to
All
start.
right, let's get the first question going. All right, so we're gonna get right into it, man, because I want everybody's
I ain't got it yet, King Smart, man.
What is it? What's the cash app? Hold on, man. What is the cash app, man?
Put it in the back chat.
I'm sorry. I'll put it in the back chat.
Put in the back chat. There you go. I can send you a couple dollars. But
All
that
right,
ain't the damn creation store.
Oh, he gets a cash.
If there was other goddamn people, hey, you should have been quick on the draw, goddamn.
I need the ladies. I'm gonna drop the link again because I want y'all to talk about this one. If y'all are brave enough, if y'all got it like that, I want y'all to come up and let me know what y'all thoughts are on this. And if you're a woman who we're not gonna jump on you. This is a real discussion. We're gonna talk about the opposite tomorrow. Okay, so what makes a dude who's out here in these streets? And I'm guaranteeing you, the men are gonna be honest about it, right? So, in your opinion, what are the characteristics of a promiscuous woman? EBD, we're gonna start with you.
Bruh. I can tell you one thing. I mean, I know we talked about this maybe last week, some time ago, but I believe it comes down to the characteristics of femininity versus masculinity. I think men are able to detach sex from emotion, right? We don't get emotionally attached to the women that we have sex with, not all of them, right? One in particular we might have emotions for, then sex comes later, then relationships can come out and stem from that. But I believe, but when we're talking about a woman that moves like more like a man with masculine energy, I believe that's how one of the first times that you can like kind of point one out. It's how she treats a man or how she thinks about men. Does she consider men as this asset, or does she consider men as just a walking dildo or vibrator that can provide to her like 1 or 2 hours of satisfaction to meet her physical needs or sexual needs and requirements, and then just move on with her life? So it's not like they all have a uniform, but they do have the same behavior traits. One of them being tattoos everywhere, right? I have 2 of them myself, so there's a certain type of feeling you get from getting tattoos. That's it's subjecting yourself to willing like a pain, but this pain isn't really something that hurts you. It's something that's kind of pleasurable, and women do get off to pain more than men do, right? So that's one of the kind of symptoms, like, hey, you know, she's into something that's kind of extreme, kind of semi-extreme. Number one. Number two, she'll want to show off that tattoo by putting it somewhere that kind of can get a man's arousal, whether it be her top of her leg, whether it be her chest, whether it be what do you call it, the tramp stamp, which is what you call it, the tramp stamp. Number three is how she dresses. How she's dressed is going to be more revealing than your common average female. She's going to want attention from men. That's how she gets affirmation. She's still the selector of she's still the primary selector, though, of who she's going to have sex with at the end of the day. But that's pretty much one of the key, like a few characteristics that you can point out. Hey, this is a girl who gets down, and versus one who doesn't. She's not going to act any type of that way. And let me point out this one, because I was just thinking about it. I was just thinking about it the other day in my car. We've all seen Pretty Woman with Julia Roberts. Now, when Richard Gere pulled up to Julia Roberts when she was on the street, how she was looking and how she was acting was like a hoe. But when they were getting ready to go out to that opera, and when she changed into that gown and was wearing diamonds, and she came off that elevator, everybody in the lobby had to stop and stare at her because they couldn't believe that what they were seeing. That was a kind of more feminine type of deal that they were kind of aghast at. Like, look at this woman, look who she is, look who she's with, look how she looks. So I think that dynamic in that movie kind of shows you a whole culture versus not a whole culture.
All right.
Not a hoe. That just sound like an Indian tribe.
Not a
Yeah,
whole
hey,
tribe.
hey, the Navajo tribe.
Not a hoe tribe.
Not a hoe. Not a hoe.
Hey,
Oh, hey, oh.
the
I
Navajo
think it's a lot
tribe.
in how she
So we going
talks.
around? Are we going around?
Yeah,
What she
yeah.
say.
Go ahead. Payne,
All
you
right,
got
so
it.
listen, we, EBD said a lot of it, but, you can get a feel for what a woman thinks about a man and how she reacts to a man through conversation and through how she moves, flirtatious, how she's dressed. We already talked about that. And if you ever have any conversations with a woman who just doesn't really give a shit, who looks at men like dicks and wallets, you can tell. Like I tell people, I said, your best analogy is, if you're a man, you could pretty much tell a guy who ain't getting no pussy from a guy who's stroking everything that's walking. You should be able to do the same thing from a woman who's a little bit chaste and has some virtue from a woman who's a hoe. The way they dress, the shit encrusted fingernails, the big butterfly eyelashes, the lace fronts, overly need attention for men, overly flirtatious, and pretty much single. And even when they're in a relationship, they come off as single. So I'm just saying, it's not that difficult to look at a chick and talk to them a little bit to say, you know what, whether I'm getting this ass or not, somebody's pounding that shit and she doesn't even care. And so, and that's where we are now. But everybody keeps, I gotta say this shit, everybody keeps saying because I'm old, it's something new now. There was a whole bunch of hoes back when I was young too. That they said the sexual revolution was the 60s and the 70s and the 80s, So there was a bunch of chicks like that back then, man. But you were able to decipher the ones who weren't from the ones who were, if you were looking. It depends on what you were looking for. So I'll just land it there. We'll come back to it. But the promiscuous women, not only, they don't necessarily try to hide it. They might not give it to you, but that doesn't mean they ain't stroking. You know what I'm saying? So you just have to have your feelers open. You can't just be a sucker. If you're a sucker, then you're the guy who's the foodie game. Everybody else is pounding the shit out of her, and you're feeding her, and she's saying thank you for
the free. For the free.
That's right. So you just, anyway. But go ahead, King Spark. I'm done.
Pounding her for the free.
I'm gonna say, man, it's only two things over the years that really stick out to me. One time I heard somebody say, the bigger the hoops, the bigger the hoe, referring to the earrings. You know what I'm saying? If you run across a chick, she just got the little, the little bitty hoop. She's all right. But them joints that got the joints that lean up on their neck and on their goddamn shoulders, they going. Here's another thing: body spray over perfume. Okay, the body spray bitches, yes sir. That sun ripened raspberry,
Ladies,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
buddy,
Yeah,
ladies, you
take
gotta
that.
defend
yes
Take,
yourself.
sir.
yeah. Take a
This
look.
dude said you can't have acts for women on. Damn.
Nah, the
Hey,
body
Bath
King
and
Spark,
Body
spray,
it's
Works
bro.
King
body
Spark.
spray.
King Spark,
Oh,
especially when they
bro.
go to the bathroom, they gotta
No,
take
he
that
not
little spray bag with
lying.
them.
I
Y'all
know I'm
remember
not
Love
lying.
Spell?
Yeah,
Y'all remember Love Spell? Oh, you not lying. Oh, Love
the
Spell
body.
women were the worst.
That's the
That
only
was
two
what?
really joints I know. Besides that, most of them they are. I mean, they like. I'm still kind of with pain though. You know what I'm saying? If they like you, they gone, bro. Like it don't really. All the rest of that shit don't matter because all that shit come off. Like he say, jeans come off, skirt come off, short skirts come off. It all slide down over the hips. But that's all I got.
One just hit the ground quicker, I guess. All right, JT. What are some characteristics?
I think it's about the and how the way she talks. Just saying a lot of having a lot of sexual references. If she talk like Sukiana, if y'all know who that
Oh,
is, if she talks like her, just always got to say something about a dick or a coochie. I think that's a good indication. And I'm gonna say how she dresses could be a good indication. Making her sexual jokes all the time, sexual innuendos, and a woman who's willing to sell her body, like she just has to have her body out, whether she's selling it or just want to post it on attention, but definitely selling it, like making a profit off of just her body alone in sexual matters.
mm, I'm. Listen, that's kind of deep because I'm very conflicted. Now, we always know when women get a hold of stuff, they'll try to change the meaning of anything. But I don't know how a woman is supposed to strip. You see what I'm saying? Let me tell you somebody whose people used to own a strip club. Stripping is 100% a precursor to prostitution. And the way it actually works is because a lot of college girls end up in there. The way it works is that you need quick money, you look good. You make a lot of money doing that. You young, your body, everything's still sitting up nice. What the way I think, like my dad's DJ, God rest him, he died from a kidney failure. He gave me the game. Like I used to just stand next to him and let him teach me about this type of stuff. I was actually trying to learn to DJ from him, but he'd just be talking about stuff because he like, don't let these girls after you. You know, you the owner's son. They're gonna try to do something. You know, he'd be like, listen, but man, listen, these college girls, he like some of them, they be after you. He like, they ain't good girls neither. Here's why. These girls would convince themselves that they were gonna sleep with the dude anyway. That's how they start. They'll find a dude that's like a drug dealer. He'll be all in their ear talking about how they want to take him out. And eventually, because he got money and the way they do in there, he gonna throw cash at you for the so what they do is tell themselves, well, he cute, I'm gonna sleep with him anyway. But they accept the money in exchange for their body. And that's how it starts. So
Yeah, then
I'm
they'll
Hey,
probably start off by telling the first dude no. First couple dudes no. That
exactly.
way they rationalize in their mind. Well, I've told dudes no before they offer me money.
So
That's because he
that's
wasn't the
how it
right dude to
starts.
start off with.
And the craziest part about it is, and I've had it out with some of them on like just some talking type of stuff. Like I said, some of them try to get at you. They be on the during the summer I used to manage on like Sundays, on like weekends really. And they'll come in there trying to holler, trying to be like, you a good boy, you in school like me. And in my head, I'll try to, I'll try to be nice, like I would never consider you as a girlfriend. But they're literally being like, why? I'm just doing this because, and I'm like, no, girl, I look at you completely apart from you. It's like, you trying to have some fun, let's have some fun. But a relationship, I can't do it. So what do y'all think? Is there if a woman strips and or does, you know, anything in that arena that I'm talking about, would you consider her a 304?
I'm gonna say 90%, Mike.
Hey, Trigger Mike, is this a new question or are we still on the old question? It seems like you guys changing it, bro.
Oh, this is a new question. You can answer either one, Ekene. Go ahead.
Okay.
I just seen that ready to answer. Yeah, I would say 90%.
Oh, my bad. Oh, my bad. I thought Black Man on Filter was going to go before me.
I was going to go Ekene, but you know, I mean, I got to let my guys from the motherland go first.
Kickspark already spoke. I thought Black Man on Filter was going to go, then me.
You're right now. I'm going to tell you this, Mike. I've spent not a whole bunch of time, but in my younger days, some considerable time in the strip club, and I will say I have run across them two that be like, nah, I'm just here to make my money. I ain't with this shit. So those girls do exist. They in every strip club, it's only two. Okay, that's all you get. There's two of them that's in there to make their money and get the fuck up out of there, and they ain't looking for no extra hanky panky for pay.
You right on that.
But go ahead.
It's time to hear that pop.
Yeah, what man? What?
Go ahead, PM. It was up to you. Go ahead, man.
All right, so anybody? Yeah, that was Players Club. But anyway.
Oh, so, you got the Cash App too, right? Let the people know you got the Cash App.
Ladies and gentlemen of the Congress out there, I did receive my Cash App to stop by Starbucks and get me something nice. Thank you so much, King Spark. You're a man of your word.
No problem.
Now, when it comes to hoes are a special unit of women who takes fun in giving that thing away. You know what I've understood, Trigger Mike, for some men who have married these pre-cursed Bathshebas. A lot of women out here, suppress their hoism just to get married, just to say they have a husband. But before long, that suppression goes away. Everybody remembers the movie Blade. Blade was half vampire, half human. He had all their strengths and none of their weaknesses. But Blade had a problem. He had a real big problem. He had a taste for blood. And what happened was he had this little thing that suppressed him, that made him not want to taste for blood. And I think for a lot of these hoes, they suppress their taste for blood by being under their husbands. But when their suppressor stops working, they do what comes naturally. We knew that Blade, once he got the blood, he became stronger than he did when he got suppressed. So when it comes to these hoes, that's what we're dealing with. Now, I've had my share of PKs. Preachers' daughters are the freakiest women on the planet. They make you work for it, but once you get in the door, they don't care no more. They give it to you. I remember I'm having PTSD right now. I remember a church girl back in the day when I was about 18 years old. She can suck California through Kansas. And I thought she was so innocent. I thought she was so loving and caring. But no, she's a hoe. And to this day, she's still a hoe. She traveled with her daddy on the road to go preach. But she's still a hoe. So, today, the society we're living in today, there's a large majority of women who take fun in having sex with a lot of men. But the fucked up thing comes in when they get married, they'll make their husband wait. They'll have their husbands in sexless marriages, but they fucked everybody they knew before they took that vow. So oh, come on now. Before they got married, they was fucking like rabbits. They fucked David, they fucked Sweet Dick Willie, they fucked Curve Dick Roosevelt, and they was on everybody's dick. And then when they get married, the husband got to wait. She tired, her head hurting. I don't feel like it. I'm not in the mood. But at 2 o'clock in the morning, I touch you, you tired, your head hurting. But when Sweet Dick Willie passed by, when you were not dating, and when you was just giving that pussy away, it was open 24 hours a day. So hoes are real different and unique, Trigger Mike. And I'm glad that you're having this conversation today so we can define what these hoes are, what they look like, and even what they smell like. Because King Spark had a point. Half of these hoes will come to work. I work in corporate America. They'll come to work with their husband, fuck their work husband, get back in the car with their husbands, going home, pussy smelling like casket pillows. And their husbands don't even know it. I land my plane there about these hoes, Mike.
Got you. All right. Who has it
Damn.
gone? Ikene.
Tell us about them African hoes, Ikene. There's a few that I seen, there's a few that I saw behind the shed with the machete,
Listen,
giving that pussy away.
Let me just say this, man. Let me just say this. So there is a party culture, right, going on all through Africa. It's because people are visiting, all this type of stuff. Girls are. It's like almost like a woman getting money. You advancing women in the education and all of that has to do with them making their own money and want to be sexually independent. This is going on the world over. It's going on in Asia, all the place. So the one thing that I would actually say, it got a tendency to get really bad because in Africa, the way that most of those women are shaped and the way people like to travel there internationally, the whole culture can get as big as it can, as fast as it possibly can out there. There ain't no way you going to what's this damn place? Liberia, with the way them women are shaped. No way. There ain't no dude committing to nothing the way those women look. Or Cape Verde, or it's like I really hope whole culture does not take hold in those places. That would be such a
pandemic.
Such a bad thing. It'd be a bunch of Cherokees walking around here, if you know what I mean. Anyway.
Come on.
Oh wow, Mike, I got that.
Okay, I'm sorry. So I got an incoming call, so I was pushed out of the stuff.
All right.
Let me put it this way, right? You guys are, everybody just said the truth. You're all right about what you said, but I got to put it this way: 304 is not written on the forehead. Just know that all those characteristics that you guys gave, good characteristics, but it doesn't say that this girl is 304, because I got to tell you guys, right, this. The least person you think that is 304 is a 304. They come in different types, shapes, mothers, wives, grandmother. They come in different shapes. No single woman that you think, because she speaks, I've seen girls that speak so loud. You think she's a 304, only to have sex with her, and she is as tight as shit. She doesn't even know what to do. But she is very loud. She acts like she's a 304, but she's not. That girl is an angel. I'm telling you guys.
Ikene, you saying there are women out here that are not hoes, pretending to be hoes with tight hoes?
I'm telling you, bro. I have seen them, man.
This is what I'll say to what he's saying. This is what I'll say to what he's saying. I'm not sure the prevalence of it, but here's what it really is, and I'm gonna tell you how I stumbled across what he's saying. I can say it's true. I just don't know the prevalence of it. What really happens is that you see this a lot in like girls that were friends in college. You got to know how to find a group. I was always attracted to that girl in the group, not the one that, not in the same way he's talking about, but there's one girl that hangs with a group, right? She don't do everything with them. She's like doing her own thing. These girls don't go to class, but when you don't see her, the other girl, the good girl's in class. Then at the party, all the other girls dress like hoes. She dressed in a full tank top and sort of booty short. It's like one that's never really fully committed to the whole behavior that the rest of them is doing. Yeah. And she'll slowly fall off because she doesn't really agree, not agree, but her life moves in a different direction. She's the one that's more focused on marriage. But when y'all see them at homecoming, they taking pictures together. But this girl got all different life circumstances than the other four that were straight up hoes got. But it's like she never fully denounced them like, oh, y'all bitches some hoes, I ain't fucking with y'all no more. She's like hoe adjacent. But when you look at her track record,
She the one
Yeah,
that's sitting on the couch on her phone while her two best friends are in the room
exactly.
going crazy.
Her other girls is in the room but getting bust the fuck down. She on the couch, trying to order food for everybody by the time they done. It's hilarious, bro. I've seen it 1,000 times though.
Hey, Mike is another one too, though. The one that go to the club by herself.
Mm.
Like if you had a whole dance
Wait, hold on.
club,
Is somebody
it's,
shaving their ass or something? What is that?
I don't know what's
I
going
hear some
on.
banging.
If
So,
I
that
don't
was
know
an ass
what's going
shaver,
on.
somebody ain't got no ass no more. Pause.
So guys, before you guys,
That was a heavy straight.
Hey, but
before
now,
you
but
guys,
listen to that though.
you guys,
Can they
you
listen?
guys are,
Can they
you
real quick?
guys
Because
are
I don't
taking
want to
from my
miss them.
time.
he can they put that Jergens
He can,
lotion down and just
hold on.
talk?
Listen,
I tell you because this King's Park will never let me.
but I
Okay,
got better ones than you. I'm mine are
but
quick
guess what?
though. Mine are quick,
Okay,
real quick. I'm just saying. The
okay,
girl
King's
that's
Park.
by
I'm going to
herself
take
in the
2 minutes
club.
from your time. Go ahead.
I used to go. I did this. Okay, I used to do it. Okay, I used to be in the parking lot and I would scope out the junks that's by themselves. And I'm gonna tell you why the ones that's by themselves, because they ain't in front of nobody. They ain't in front of their friends. They ain't in front of no goddamn body. So when they get ready to leave, they just roll the fuck out with you, and it's a dumb motherfucking deal. The ones that's 3 and 4 and 5 deep, it's gonna be hard as hell to knock
I
their
can't,
ass
like,
off after the
girl.
club.
Because
You know
half of
what I'm
their friends cock
saying?
You can
blocking.
take my
You,
number
you feel what I'm
though.
saying?
But let me
But if she
blow
got
your
her
mind.
keys in her hand by
But
herself, she ready to
but let me
go. But go ahead,
let me
Ignorant.
blow your mind. If you bring 2 chicks,
Pause.
one has a
Exactly.
baby, one has a baby, the other one doesn't have a baby. The one that doesn't have a baby went through college. The one that has a baby never went through college. Do you know who is a 3 or 4 between the two? The one without kids that went to college is a more 3 or 4 than the one with kid. You know why? Throughout my relationship with women, I found out that the women that are very careless in getting pregnancy are the ones that are naive about life. But the ones that are good in 3 or 4 that are street smart are the ones that never get pregnant because guess what they do been doing? Abortion, abortion, abortion. So you got to be very careful how you deal with
You said
these women without kids that are older. Most of them,
you said they busing or
No,
abortion.
they
he said
He said
abortion.
abortion.
abortion,
Oh, okay,
abortion.
okay, okay.
So
It's more,
Abortion.
but I don't
they
know if it's that, but I would say more birth control, educated in birth control.
No,
RP.
EBD.
no no
EBD.
no.
The
Hold
abortions,
on.
It
the
might be if
abortions
the
that
folks
rate
don't mean
are
nothing now.
crazy out here.
I was gonna
Yeah, they
say
are.
It's
a woman with a
crazy out
college
here.
degree
Damn.
aborts more than. Wait, hold on.
It
It's
might be
I
if
think
crazy
yeah,
out here.
a woman with a damn. Somebody in the chat knows the stat. If you go over a woman with a certain age that's educated, they get more abortions than a woman that's not. So it's actually rooted in stats. Like that's crazy. But no, that's actually a real fact. That's let me get my answer going. So this I think my dad even gave me
Trigger
this.
Mike. Hold on, Trigger Mike.
Yeah.
I got a question for you. So you're saying that the saying that everybody's been saying on these panels that the most dangerous place for a black child is in the mother's womb. Are you saying that's true?
That's true. That the wrong mom, absolutely.
Why?
You got to
Bad
say
habits.
in the black woman's womb. That's the most dangerous.
Oh
It's to
damn.
have I mean, let's call a spade a spade. We talk about 20
All right,
million
look.
police.
Not only are you correct. Let's be real for a second. There is no way that after 60 years we're in the same exact number at 13% in the census without countless abortions. Black women lead in abortions, bro. There's
So
no way we stay.
those 28 million babies would have took us up.
Yes. Oh,
Yes.
absolutely.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely.
Voting power, everything, man. Are you kidding me? We've been a whole different stratosphere.
So here's the crazy thing. I mean, we knew one was gonna say it. We knew one was gonna say it. It's not smart to have kids by y'all, though. Y'all make everyone baby mamas. No, there's a certain group of dudes y'all love to fuck with. that made you a
Bring
baby
your
mama.
ass up to the front of the altar.
Because go look. It's not this. These are researchable statistics. Go look at how many black women have a child from between the ages of 20 and 34, and go look at the amount of black men that have children between the ages of 20 and 24. Y'all double. So half of those men don't know anything you're talking about. Y'all have double the amount of children.
Don't even
And
have a
then
kid.
another stat that I went and looked at is that we forget that they classify black children by having one black parent, more specifically, a black mother. They're classified as black. So there are men from other communities making y'all baby mamas. Too. There's about 1 million in the black. I'm sorry, almost 1 million. Anywhere between 500,000 and 1 million mixed children classified as black that y'all had with other dudes that ain't taken care of. Just to put that out there. So, and I'm sorry, that statistic I found out like 4 months ago, basically saying the father that's listed on the birth certificate isn't black. So yeah, there's almost 1 million of them children in the United States of America whose father isn't listed as black, but yet their mother is black. So do with that information with what you will. Y'all busting it wide open for Tom, Dick, and Harry. All right.
Yep. Easy money in the chat. Black women do have more deletions than white women. They do have more abortions than white women. You got to look those numbers up, sir.
Despite being, look at the percentage of women, despite the white women being what, 20-something% and them being 6-point-something%. So let me give my answer though. What are the characteristics of a promiscuous woman? I'm gonna just give one, and I don't mean it in the same way because this is a term my father used to use. Loose. When he was talking to my sisters, he would use the word loose, but it's not. He didn't mean it in terms of sex. I use it. I think in modern context, he meant fluid. Don't be fluid. A promiscuous woman is usually mentally and physically fluid. Like all of these women that we see can jump on any bandwagon for any LGBT cause or free love, and like they're literally just like that. Oh, well, I can kiss a girl. I've done it. But if you're fluid and you stand on nothing, whether it's spiritually, sexually, anything, you're non-committal. You're just fluid. Those women tend to be some of the biggest hoes. Like they have no distinction for anything. They'll fuck a dude. They'll fuck a woman. They'll fuck a train. Like they don't give a damn. And I noticed that really comes from a fluid mindset of I'll try anything once. You see what I'm saying? Like those type of women to me are the biggest hoes. A woman that literally does not stand on anything. Just mentally fluid. She'll try anything. She'll be at the bar with her dude and they put a drink up. She turn upside down and do it. Like, did you not see me fucking standing here before you did it? That woman is typically a slore, not even a regular, because what she'll do is cheat on you and then tell you knew she was that way the whole time. You knew I didn't want a relationship. You knew I'm this way. You're like that type of woman.
Mike, on that one, she'd be right because the guy ignored all the red flags she gave him.
You absolutely right.
No. Let me correct you, Arpane.
Yes.
He did not ignore all the red flags. He ignored all the he ignored all the yellow flags. He seen that shit coming. The yellow means you see it coming. Red means you already in it. So he saw those warning signs. He saw that caution that woman was that way. And just like you said earlier, Arpane, when I'm being Hoes, even and King Spark, even when you was talking about it from a biblical standpoint, even in the Bible, some scholars say that David essayed Bathsheba. But my thing is, why is Bathsheba out on the roof of a house at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, bathing naked across from the king's window?
Yeah, I know.
You see what I'm saying? So Bathsheba was a hoe because remember
she was a 3 or 4. She was coming.
Yeah.
She knew what she was doing. She wanted to try the king.
Yeah,
it's like a woman coming next to you and then bend down to tie her shoe while her ass is facing towards your face. What do you expect?
Say ass one more time. I see your catch up.
I think okay.
Hey,
Hang
You know
on,
what?
hang on.
Hey, we need to.
Everybody, does
send me
Hey,
my
everybody
cash
agree?
app,
we need to
man.
make a.
Send me
Hey, we
that
need to make
cash
a
app.
distinction too. We need to make a
What's the
distinction
distinction? What's the
too.
distinction? What's the distinction?
There's a difference between a hoe and a slut.
Yep.
What's the difference? What's the difference?
Well, I'll let you know.
Okay, you know
Hey,
what?
hey, I
Normally,
gotta say, I gotta
I
say
gotta
this.
answer.
I
I
gotta
gotta
say
normally.
this.
answer. Hold on,
I gotta say
real
this
quick.
real
I
quick.
Hold
gotta
on.
answer
How you
that.
gotta say something when I'm
Let me,
trying to
no,
give
no,
you
no.
the benefit?
Case back. You owe me 30 seconds. Hey, check this out. Case back. Um, um, most women. Let me put it this way. Almost all women are 3 or 4. But I got to tell you what history, what tradition
Dang.
and religion has done before now was to guide them, was to stop her from her own mess because she could do a lot of damage to herself. That is why
Yep.
tradition and religion try to curtail her because they know at her device she will have sex with uncountless men.
Yep.
It's just
Oh
what it
man.
is.
Oh man. Listen, I think. Look, not only do I think that's really true, this is why I trouble no man about his religion because I think a lot of dudes can find their way to righteousness either in all types of religions or even some with none. Like being a decent man, like having religion really is just a book of common decency. And men can find that in many different things. But I don't think many women can. I really believe what you're saying. Like if a woman, like most of them are looking for shit to get into. They are fluid about too much stuff. Because listen to the way they are. They don't take any accountability for what they do. And they are easily talked into things. Be a smooth talker. You can get a woman to do anything. Religion is like literally the only thing stopping most of them. Somebody was smart enough to put them into a system to say cause and effect is real. Do this, this is what's going to happen.
Just look at Middle East. Guys, look at Middle East. You see the Middle East? Take away Islam. I tell you, all the women in Middle East will go crazy sexually. All of them. Not even a
This is a,
single one.
this is a good question. So Easy Money Jones says, so a man can be a whoremonger and still a decent man. I'm gonna be 100% honest with y'all. I did not know how to answer this question some months ago. I know how to answer it now. Not at the same time. He can't be both at the same time. This is the bad part. By the time a man has atoned for his mistakes, he might be still attractive to a lot of different women. For some women, so for some reason, even good women are attracted to broken men. Y'all know it's true. Let's stop the cap.
I was
Women
just
like
gonna say
literally are
that.
attracted to broken birds. You've been through so much. Let me heal you. Like y'all, that's just the way y'all are. Reverse that. Men don't like broken things, especially when you have it to compare to a whole woman. You like we want most men that you want rather. A good man will damn sure not take a broken ass woman who he knows been all over the thing getting nuts spilled all over her face. We're not doing it. So it does not work the same for women, which is why the chastity of a woman is something that is for since the beginning of time something to preserve to keep her
Right.
marital prospects as good as you could get it.
Let me
And,
add
and you
one thing. Let
and
me
you know
add one
what?
thing to you
Go
real
ahead. Go
quick.
ahead. Go ahead.
Let me add one thing real quick.
Go ahead, Robert.
We all as men have anecdotal evidence that what you just said, Mike, is true. I had more than a few brothers, man. They were knocking them up and down twice, 2 or 3
Yep.
times a day, and they had their troubles. But once they got it together, one guy found religion, found this and that. He's been married for 20 years, no issues at all.
Mm-hmm.
And his wife don't give a crap that he
Yep.
was knocking him up and down. You
Shit,
know,
this is the way they are though, Pain. She feels like she got him to settle down. She feel like, yeah, for me, he'll do like come on, ladies. Y'all understand, y'all really love that honor badge.
he ain't equal.
Oh yeah,
Right.
he's
Not
my man
equal.
now. He did right
Men and
for
women are
me.
not
Yeah.
equal in this
Right.
regard.
I mean, there's
Exactly.
a
And
there's a. Well, go ahead. Go ahead.
no, no, and I would like to add to this, and I ain't trying to be. I do want to be visual with this shit because just imagine, like my brother Easy Money. You know, yesterday we awarded him Simp of the Year, so congratulations. But you know, for my boy Easy, my brother Easy Money in the chat, and everybody else that thinks like, oh, it doesn't matter how many men my wife. It doesn't matter if you went through your wife's things and you guys were moving and you found an old box that said past life moving on, and you open that box up and found an old DVD of your wife, and you see her sucking and fucking another man, and he busts a huge nut in her face, and she just licking it and slinging it all over his stomach. There's no way possible you would still have the same mindset that you're talking about having. Ain't no man gonna look at their wife getting nutted down, beat down, slammed, and I mean he doing shit to
Hey,
your wife that you
hold on,
couldn't do.
hold on, BMU. Let me take it to another level. Let me take it to
Go
another
ahead.
level.
Go ahead, brother.
Let me take it to another level. Flip that. I guarantee you, half the woman would find a video of her man stroking another woman and play with themselves to that shit. Half.
Yep.
Oh my
Yep.
God.
Half of y'all will do that shit.
Yep. Or try to outfuck the girl that fucked him.
Hang on,
Exactly.
You right on that.
PTSD, hang on,
You right on that one.
PTSD. I did have some videos that were on my phone of me doing stuff.
I know you look familiar. You slick Dick Willie from the goddamn phone.
And then my girl, one of my old girlfriend of mine, found it, and she sent it to herself on her phone, and she still has it to this day. It's 2023, but she still will text me every once in a blue moon, like I'm still watching videos of you doing this and that, right? And I'm like, that was like 2008, 2009.
Let me holler at my homie Didi real quick. Didi says hell no. Let me tell you, I believe you when you think you say hell no. Dudes, right now, we're not gonna get too graphic. We have evidence. Because ever since the what the fuck you call it, the high memory phone generation, since this, niggas been getting caught with old shit on their phone. Hit the little 3 dots, hit the details. It'll say 2013 Spring Break album. It'll say so you knew it was before you. You knew it was before you. All right, and maybe y'all playing some game called Confessions or whatever. She said, "Yeah, I shared a video with myself from your phone once. I ain't gonna lie, I was grossed out at first, but then I kept watching it. Now I be using the rabbit to that shit. Like every girl I think says hell no at first. The way y'all are wired, Didi, I promise you. However you think you're going to feel, even if you don't all the way go through with it, this is what I'm saying. Women are naturally fluid like that. Y'all have this amount of fluidity where you don't know why it's on your mind. While you at work, all right, bro. While you at work, like, why am I so bothered? It's because you want to watch that shit and diddle yourself.
And guess what, Trigger Mike? Again, Easy Money said if that happened before him, he don't give a damn. Easy Money, you lying like a damn rug in a hotel lobby. If you found an old tape of your wife getting a dick slammed by her wisdom tooth, and a dude nutting, and she coughing up the nuts coming up her nose and out her mouth, you're not going to look at your wife the same. You're not.
Hell no.
You will never look at your wife the same. And your wife tell you when you trying to put your wife legs up, she said, don't do that. But on the video, the nigga got her in a bow tie. Oh man.
Hold on, let's talk about this because there are tiers to women. This is what we're here to discuss today, okay? Easy Money Jones says, unless you pick a wife from the virgin farm, somebody busted in your woman's face. I disagree, actually.
I disagree with that too.
I disagree. So here's why. though.
Every woman ain't gonna let you.
We have more girls that'll let you do all type of nasty shit than ever before. I agree because of porn and all that stuff. You know, everybody's trying what they see. But I have messed with sexually liberal women, and I've messed with a lot of sexually conservative women. And what I mean by that is, they're like, you got to put in work to get the tip in, and then once the tip is in, like the shit, you might as well be whack. If you're somebody who has multiple sexual partners, she's gonna be the wackest one. Because you like, damn, I did all that for this. And what she's really doing is she's like, I'm not gonna let you do all of it. I gotta save something. She literally the missionary chick. And that might be all you doing. She not doing too much. You see what I'm saying? She not getting you the time.
So there's a time span. There's a time span where if you guys are having enough sex, and if you're trying to get a woman to open up, there is gonna come a time where you are putting it down and you start to unlock what's called the freak key. And the freak key like allows you to do things that she normally wouldn't do with other men, number one. And number two, all of the things that she may have wanted to try, but was afraid or didn't want to be judged by other dudes or other women, she's able to somehow be more comfortable and open with you other than any other man that been previously. So it's there is a mechanism to it. Because remember, I married a church girl, but she wasn't, I mean, just because she was a church girl doesn't mean she was good and well behaved. It just meant that she was expected and perceived as if she was nice and innocent. But this is a girl I was having sex with. This is a girl I had my child with, all that. But there was a key. There was a freak key to where she's like, well, why don't we get this other girl? And then I'm like, damn, all right. Wasn't my idea, but, you know, sounds good to me. Let's do it. So there is a certain point where their mind starts to get out of the vanilla zone of just plain old sex, and they want something more. They want to take it to another level.
That's dope, because what it is that there's some very vanilla chicks out there, and these are still like, these are the goodest girls. Yes, some of the women that y'all are like, oh, they was in college busting it wide open. I used to look, I've been attracted to non-hoes my whole life, meaning the women that were not dressed a certain way. I love smart chicks. I don't know what it is. And I used to take it as a personal mission to be like, damn, look at this girl under this big ass sweatshirt, this big ass school sweatshirt. I could see the silhouette of her body. That's the chick I was going after, because she's not showing it off to everybody. And she's still fly as hell. She an AKA or whatever, but she one of the quiet ones, right? I used to go after that chick. And I'm telling you, a lot of those girls are strictly vanilla. They know the only piece of bargaining chip they got is what is between their legs. And the amount of work that I had to put in to get that shit, they weren't sucking me off. And look, and when I'm messing with actual hoes and I'm trying to get this girl to do that, and I'm like, girl, you know who I am? Do that. She was like, no, I don't know who you think I am. I already let you get the best of me. No, thank you, sir. Have a good night. You got one, I got another. Like, these are the girls that might even, you know what these girls are? These are the girls that want to get it in one time after midterm because they stressed out. Then you ain't gonna hear from her again.
Right.
You ain't gonna hear from her again.
Now, Trigger Mike.
3 months.
Now, Trigger Mike, from my husband's point of view. So, just for an example, and your wife come to you and she said, "Hey, baby, you know, our sex is absolutely great. I just want to add another, another level to it." And you ask her, "Baby, what are you talking about?" And she said, "Well, you'll see, just open the door." And there's a knock at the door, and you open the door, and our pain standing there. What do you say to your wife?
Everybody got to die that day. Everybody gonna die. Everybody dying. Everybody dying. First off,
if your woman, wait, Mike, but if your woman ever comes to you and talks about adding another man, you've already lost.
Yep, exactly.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
That shit was hilarious.
You even thought, listen, my wife would never, man. In fact, like I told you, I married one of those vanilla ass people. Took forever for me to break her down. Very vanilla. I was like, I already know what this is. I've met women like you my whole college career, because y'all all I'm really attracted to for relationships. You see what I'm saying? They got so much going on. They studying. What they really value is your time. That's the craziest part about it. But that's what I really tell women to get married is, a dude gotta like you without having sex with you. Those are the only women I checked up on. I was like, damn, I wanted to be around her, and I knew we weren't doing shit. Like, you see what I'm saying? You see, so I'm like, yeah, that's wifey material right there. But DD, don't bring your ass up here today, because you're gonna get the smoke. Y'all be adding other men on the low. You know you ain't talking to me.
Hey, you know what though? Trigger Mike. Even in the chat right now, I saw somebody in the chat say something about men being jealous or men being insecure that another man pleased a woman better than they pleased her. Listen, let me tell you something. I've heard women who are married say, "Girl, sometimes, man, I've heard a woman say, I told my wife, don't hang around her no more." I've heard my sister-in-law say this. My ex used to put that dick down, and she said sometimes my husband being there, he be trying, but he don't hit it like my ex. She said sometimes I close my eyes, and she said my pussy gets so wet from thinking about my ex. He get the best sex he ever had, bro. And I overheard her saying this, my sister-in-law, bro. I overheard her saying that she closed her eyes and think about her ex and it make her pussy wet, and he get the best sex ever, the wettest pussy ever, because she's thinking about her ex.
That's crazy.
So it's women out here that have they get the guy, oh, I love him, but it was a dude right before him that was putting dick up in her chest, and she
Damn.
miss him sometimes.
Woo. And I mean, this is really the story that what is the Alpha Widow story, man.
Alpha Widow, yeah.
That's all it is the Alpha Widow story. Let me get these super chats. My man, Mr. Rich says $5. How many bodies constitutes a female hoe from 17 to 25? Ooh, that's college. I really got a problem if a woman, damn, I'm gonna even give grace. You get one dude, damn. No. You look, if you getting one, because this is the worst thing about college. Girls go after the popular niggas, and everybody gonna know. Everybody's gonna know. So if you're okay with that, putting your reputation out there that you smash all of these popular dudes, damn. I don't know. This is a good one. I'm gonna have to think.
Wait a minute. Wait. Because if you're 17, hang on. Because if you're 17, you're still in high school. You've been around the, captain of the football team, baseball team, basketball. If you're dating a bunch of athletes, I think if you're going from body to body and you're still in school, I think that's one of the telltale signs, right? It's that one girl in high school, and we all seen her. She's been with this dude. She's been with that dude. She's been with that dude. Hey, what happened with that relationship? Why are you with this dude? Why are you just that one girl? At least the one girl that you know that was 17 doing all that, bouncing from. She was always. Let's just put it this way. She was 15. Maybe she developed sooner than the other girls, and therefore was able to pull a senior or a junior. You know what I'm saying?
So I was waiting for this to happen. Not with you. It's in the chat. Because we know how we think. The second we catch wind that a good girl has X amount of bodies does not matter to us. That's how many bodies she actually has. The one of the ways we talked about this many episodes before. Get a woman talking, you're gonna get a good estimate of her bodies.
Oh, absolutely.
Hoes are sexually arrogant
because they're gonna lie regardless.
Exactly. So the women who have a lot of bodies are sexually arrogant. So if y'all start talking about sex, y'all start talking about exes, she's going to match everything you say. So just remember, be like, God damn. I usually get tired in that position. Then she'll wave her hand and be like, no, because me and such, when I was messing with this nigga, and you be like, what dude was that? Dude from Milwaukee? She'd be like, yep, another one. You just start creating a chat. Like you could get it. Look, get a woman talking to tell on herself, bro. Get a woman talking to tell how good she is. Because listen, this is the funniest thing that women don't understand. And we are men. If you tell us you were messing with a dude for a certain time, he's not sticking around without sex. So every time you say I was messing with this dude and it's a new dude, we put a new body on your sheet. Y'all don't even know that. She'd be like, I was messing with this dude one time. And then look, just quiz him up. Be like, is that the dude that was working at Starbucks with you? Be like, nah. I'd be like, add another one to the sheet. Like, y'all don't even know y'all be telling on yourselves. Over the years, this shit add up, man.
Well, Mike, one of the reasons why I put 17 to 25, I was specifically thinking about a girl who was in high school, transitioned to college, and then had a couple of years of working. How many? I mean, if you listen to some of these podcasts, some of those body counts are unbelievable.
This is what I was talking about when I cut EBD off. My bad. I was saying this is how their minds work. We count their bodies. This is how they count. Only the raw ones count. So in my mind, I'm like, there's something that women are doing that makes them think they're not doing anything for real. That's the way they even some of the white girls try to do it. Only vaginal ones count. That's the white girls did that. So they be with the butt play quick, but they be like, nope, only the vaginal ones count. Excuse me, but yeah, I knew it. I knew y'all was out here mentally psyching yourselves out. That's crazy.
Hey, Mike. So that's a good question though. If you ran into a honey that says, "Listen, you know what? I didn't let nobody get the box, but the other holes were open until I met you."
So you want?
So you know what? She was better off telling me about the She would have been better off
Yeah,
telling me
man.
she was a vaginal virgin.
Yep.
And
Because
for some reason, there are some women out there who may act like and talk like hoes, but they're virgins. But they're
Well,
virgins. They never had it. Oh, I've seen this. I've seen this. I've
Well,
been to a party.
some
I've seen
dudes
this, and then they're virgins. They've never had it
Well,
before,
so
but they
that's
want to
true,
look. They
because
don't want to look. They don't want to look bad in their little.
there's
hoe
some
group.
dudes that don't mess with virgins. There's some dudes that don't mess with virgins. Because if they aren't like super cream of the crop, all they're basically saying is, I'm a hard case to crack, and a dude ain't trying to, I ain't trying to be a part of that. And then if you have, I've done it to a few girls, and only one of them I was unsuspecting, right? Two of them were, I was young, so that's just, more girls were virgins. But the first time I took like a grown woman's, I was like, wait, you didn't tell me that? Now this lady, now she think y'all go together, bro. I was trying to have a regular, encounter. Call me. No. What you doing? You trying to go? Yo, we not together. You cannot tell a grown woman if you take her virginity that y'all not together. That's just for the birds. So yeah, they're not trying to get that treatment. I think some dudes are turn on by it if they're looking for a relationship, but the dude is just looking for some ass. No, he's not. He's not gonna want anything.
That's funny you mentioned the virgin. I was blessed enough to have one of those. I was surprised.
My man,
I was really surprised.
in your day, they still existed, I'm sure.
Yeah, but I was.
it was a lot of virgins on the Titanic.
In your day,
It was a lot of virgins on the Titanic for our pain. Shit.
All right, J Hub says.
But I was surprised because she, we were talking afterwards, right? And and I was acting. She was from Louisiana. She had one of the best bodies I've ever. Oh my God! Don't stop thinking about.
Oh yeah, she has a crazy bitch right there.
So anyway, we were talking, and she says, and she looked at me like, don't you know? I said, no. What are you talking about? She says, well, this is my first time. I was shocked, man. I said, oh my God, and I believed her right away because how naive she was. I treated her with quick help. I mean, she was a nice girl. I'm mad that I don't know. We just broke up after I left Texas.
Gotcha.
You messed that up, didn't you?
Hey, don't blame the state.
Let me get these super chat.
It was marriage material, by the way.
Ashawo is easy work. So this is actually pretty funny. So this is actually a Yoruba word, and I'm Yoruba, right? So it's in my parents' dialect, it's Ashawo, but I saw the songs they made about it. They've been spelling it like this. So what it really means is loose person, whore, prostitute. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, smut bag. That's all that word means. So I think that when we were talking about Liberian girls,
pronounce it again.
This is spelled Ashawo, but in my parents' dialect, it's Ashawo with an E. All right, so Perry unlikely, $5. Men don't want 304s, but browbeat women who want to save themselves. So what is the answer? What's a reasonable number for a woman? Here's the thing.
That's not correct.
Here's the thing, Perry unlikely. I would rather ask the women so they don't call us insecure. What is a reasonable number they want us to accept? Meaning, hey, I'm a woman. I think I've taken it easy. I think I've been relatively, thoughtful with my body. What number do the women think all men should accept? Meaning, you'll call us insecure if we don't accept this number, that you have this number of bodies. What number is that, ladies? What number should men just accept that you have because you've lived life and you didn't get married till you were in your 30s? You've been relatively careful and thoughtful about your box. What number is that? Let's see how many
They don't want to say that number.
No. What they will say is any number we can come up with.
Yeah.
Look, I'm moving the goalpost.
It doesn't matter is what they're gonna say. It doesn't matter. It's about the women. This is what they're gonna say.
So the thing. Look at it. I don't think it's.
I don't think the number is your bit. Like, yo, this is great. The question is to you. This is look. I'm not even. So let me give a disclaimer because I'm trying to be real with y'all. I told y'all my opinion has changed. I used to be like, I was out here in these streets and I deserve a virgin. I'm not like that no more. I realize, and I've been taught by even some of my female peers, a chaste woman deserves a chaste man. A man who has been careful and has not been reckless with his body deserves a woman who has been careful and has not been reckless with her body. Can we all agree? So if you've been out here making hoes, you at least got to
100%.
accept that the woman that you get with might have had some guys in the past. You don't want to straight up smut bag. Nobody does. But you're going to have to understand that she might have lived a little bit the same life as you. Realistically. So I'm like that now. Yeah, go ahead.
Trigger Mike, look at it this way. It's always been universally done. Because if you look at men that are very, very promiscuous or that are whole 3 or 4 in nature, they always look for the 3 or 4 girls and still complain. Because they don't want to go for girls that are virtuous. Yeah?
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
They usually don't go for girls that are virtuous because the girl won't do what he wants. They might marry her, but they don't usually deal with her because if you see most men that go out there and deal with girls, they usually look for the 3 or 4 to deal with. But they might marry this virtuous woman to keep at home. And so in some cases, they also, like if you look at celebrities tend to marry 3 or 4s.
Yeah.
A lot because 3 or 4s have fans, they have everything, they have the clout, they have connections. That's why they're 3 or 4s. And they bring more to relationship in terms of pushing up the family. I got to tell you, if you want to go from piece of shit to making money, you got to marry a 3 or 4. If you marry a virtuous woman, you're going to remain poor. If you can make it, you see what I'm saying? Because 3 or 4s are outward. They have connections. So, but at the end of the day, it's like putting a gun to your temple. Is a bad decision. Whenever you marry a 3 or 4, it's a bad decision.
This is interesting because these are probably women saying this. No one deserves anything. That is incorrect. A chaste woman deserves a chaste man and vice versa. If I was a virgin, I'm demanding a virgin. I don't know what the hell y'all talking about. Don't cap now. It's not about what you deserve. Be quiet. Y'all are women. Y'all straight up. When it's time for y'all to think, well, some of y'all are women. I have no idea if the 2 people that I just referenced are women. But when women are trying to say that's y'all phrase, I deserve. Absolutely somebody who has done the work deserves another person who has been that careful. That is not, you have to do the work for some reason. You got to. So I'm not accepting that. You absolutely, I'm trying to be realistic to say, if your wife, if you out here literally, you've made, I know friends, especially frat brothers, and my roommate that was next to me, I was in his wedding, okay? That dude had 300 bodies in college. Back to back to back to back to back. Women knocking on the door trying to fight the woman that he's currently smashing. 300. He can't ask for no virgin. He cannot ask for no virgin. He's from LA. He went back home smashing them. He went on the school campus smashing them. Asking me if such and such is on the yard because this chick crazy. Like, he can't ask for no virgin.
He can't ask for a virgin, but he can probably get one if he has that many bodies.
That's the worst part.
That's the
he
worst
could probably
part.
get one, but he should not be out here demanding no virgin.
He doesn't. He sure doesn't deserve one.
Oh, where's he gonna get a virgin from? Where's he gonna get one from?
Yeah,
no, I don't even think that.
Let me answer the question. Let me answer the question. Let me answer the question. Let me answer.
You want to talk about a dude that was religious to the condom? His first baby is due this month.
Let me answer the question, Payne. Let me answer the question. How does he get one? Virgins are going to be attracted to like sexually promiscuous men because they ooze off like a sex appeal, right? They know who these men are. A virgin is not gonna be attracted to Steve Urkel. Like it ain't happening, right? Like there's no chemistry there. How can he satisfy me? It's this dude that they heard about that they got a second look at that looks like, well, if he's piping down her, and her, and her, that's what I want. That's what a virgin wants.
And they say what they're really speaking from their sexual experience to say, I want somebody immediately that's going.
A virgin woman wants a dude that knows what he's doing.
Absolutely. Let me get these super chats.
You're still on mute,
Payne, wants a dude like that.
Yeah. All right, my man Big Ant says Trigger Mike and BMU, you two are just nasty. Should be ashamed. I'm not ashamed. I don't know why, but
I'm
I
not.
don't
I'm
support
not
that.
either. I'm not either. I'm not either.
J Hub said $5. Most men actually treat women how they are. Treat a 304 like a 304. Treat a virtuous woman like a virtuous woman. I agree. I've always done that. The worst part about it is that most of these women complaining are 304s that are mad they can't get virtuous women treatment. I think most men do that by default, because the worst part is that when a woman presents to you like a 304, like she forgets that that's the way she did it. Like the girls, like you remember them parties, like you were young, you were in a basement party, you literally said hi to me by grinding your big ass on me, then grabbing my Johnson from behind. You don't remember that's how this whole thing started? But you want virtuous woman treatment? They forget.
I think women want often what they can't have.
Yeah.
It's one of those
Like
things.
you don't
That's
forget.
facts. That's facts.
You forgot how this whole thing
That's
started. You let me
100%
put my
facts.
hand. Look, we were
But
dancing
look
and
at
my hand went down in between. You don't remember that?
but look at it this way, right? It's so shocking because they want to act like a phone in the room and then a princess or a queen outside. It doesn't happen. You can't. One thing that women don't understand is that you can't switch on good and bad. It's either you're good or you're bad. There is no in between. So all this stuff that they always want to get, it ends up making them go crazy because everybody out there, Tara Perry, Steve Harvey, Tyra Banks, all these guys have told women that, oh, you can get all you want. You can become a who in the morning and beach at night, or a church girl in the afternoon. And they found out that F, the world is not like that. And they go crazy. They go nuts. You see what I'm saying? They go crazy because men understand that you can't be a bad guy in the morning and a good guy at night. It doesn't happen. So if men with all our strength and analytical mindset can't do it, why on earth do you think that you as a woman that doesn't even have half of the testosterone that a man has, you don't even have 90% of it or 95% of it, can do the same thing a man can't even pull off?
All right. I think that's all the super chats for now. Yep. All right. Second question, because we're going to do this in reverse. But in fact, before we do that, I want to play this little video because anybody that's a little hazy on what our definition is of 304, I want y'all to remember something, that these women aren't hiding it anymore. It used to be that we used to just say it under our breath because we knew y'all were denying it. Now, because of sexual liberation, because of IG, because really, this is the way most of y'all get attention. Y'all are in competition with each other for a man's attention. So you understand that some dudes are just sluts, and really what y'all are doing is cheating. Y'all are playing to a man's carnal nature. You're not playing to his good spirit. You're not playing to be chosen based on good characteristics and values. Most women are cheating. Men are visual. The more flesh you show, the more you can distract this dude, and then maybe you can slip in there and be his girlfriend too. That's why most of y'all ain't getting commitment, if I'm being real. Do it the right way, you'll get the right results. Most of y'all are cheating, but putting the pussy on the dude sideburns after the second date, wonder why he don't wife you. You did it the wrong way from jump. Check this out real quick.
I'm trying to get my coochie stretched. I'm trying to get my coochie stretched and eat a nigga ass. Eat a nigga ass. We be eating niggas ass today in London. Period, baby. I'm trying to get this coochie stretched.
Well, it seems like she needs some preparation H for that pussy.
Good night. What was that?
Yo.
I'll behave.
Yo.
With a nice full glass of wine.
Yo. Yo, moment of silence
and
for
some
our youth.
fava beans.
Hey,
Yeah, that right there is upbringing.
Yeah, let me just say this, because so we don't get it twisted here, yo. That lady is fucking disgusting, man.
Oh yeah,
I
she's
don't even
horrible.
like looking at her picture. To me, some women look like the straight up devil when I see their picture. When they behave
And
like that,
that's one of them.
there is no way a soft women who are supposed to be soft, feminine, like ew. The fact that some dude is going up in that raw, you are nasty. And before y'all think this is cap, any woman that behaved like that is ever in my life came at me. That's the exact feeling I've had. Disgust. God damn, make me work for it. What the is this?
You don't think Umar Johnson saved her?
He's
That's
look.
what
We don't need.
Did
He's
Umar
using these.
Johnson save her? He met with her to save her, right?
What's going on, my
That's
Pan
what
He
they
African
didn't say
brothers?
shit. He didn't
My
say
Pan
shit.
my Pan African brothers. My Pan African brothers. Listen, she says to scratch that pussy. She said she want to get it scratched. She want to get it scratched, scratch. But listen, my Pan African brothers, it was slavery that caused her to want to get her pussy scratched. It's slavery, my brothers. Slavery, my brother. Our pain. Slavery is what caused her to want to get her pussy scratched in London. Slavery made her want to eat a black man's ass. Eat a black man's ass. Thank you, my Pan African brothers and sisters.
Hit the
I
I'm
cash
mean,
app.
getting
Hit
so
the cash
damn.
app.
Not even that she
Cash
got
app.
her shit stretched. She didn't say a nigga. She didn't say my nigga. She didn't say my husband. She didn't say my boyfriend. Eat a nigga's ass today in London. She never met the dude in his life. She gonna eat. We eating a nigga's ass today in London. Ill, bro. Like if I see her, I'm gonna throw up, and I'm gonna get an assault charge for throwing holy water on her ass. I ain't even that dude either. Good God Almighty.
bro, look in the comments right now. Easy Money Jones, I'm gonna have, man, you got to come to the front of the altar, brother. Yeah, I need your ass on barbershop tomorrow. I gotta listen, bro. This man say she'll skeet on the sheets and go make you some grits. We missing out.
I don't care if she washed her hands with bleach. I don't want her food. No,
God, let's have a moment of silence for
I'm
Easy,
good.
man. God
I'm
dang.
good. Let me tell you, I guess because y'all think dudes are just this nasty. Some dudes got standards. Some dudes got standards.
I think
I
Easy
have
will do
never,
it.
and
Easy will
I'm
do
about
it.
to say, I have never gone home with a woman that proposition you like that, where she like this is the worst part about it. And I guess women like mystery in men, but forget that men like mystery in women too.
Yeah, that's true. That's
You
true.
heard somebody say it. In fact, it was the real Pookie. He said, not on this show, but on another show. The reason he was so attracted to his wife because she told him no. She told him no. She told him wait. She told him not now. She told him I'm busy. We like mystery too. If you walk straight up to me, talk about I'm trying to get my coochie stretched. Like I'm gonna look over my shoulders, like who the fuck? I'm gonna call the cops. Shit. One of your patients left the hospital. What the fuck? I'm trying to eat a nigga's ass. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, officer. Yes, there's a lady out here who's suffering from heat exhaustion. She must be delirious. She's talking about eating
Yeah,
random
she
niggas' ass.
bullshit.
Like, you crazy. Like, what
And watch him show up like,
That's what I mean by
we
a
gonna handle,
hoe.
we're gonna handle this.
this?
Excuse me,
Yeah,
That's
you were talking about eating ass, I believe.
and don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I know
I had
there are some
secondhand
dudes.
embarrassment from that shit.
I was gonna say, hold on. I know there are some dudes that get excited for that shit. Go bust her down. I know that there are as every type of dude. I just need y'all to pay attention that every dude ain't like that. I would not touch that chick with a 10-foot pole. I'm not lying. That is disgusting.
Well, that's not. Well, wait a minute. That's not attractive.
That
That's
just
the
scared me.
issue. That's the behavior and the characteristics aren't attractive. That's not what's gonna like oh my God, let me go get her name. Nah, I mean that's not it. That's not it. And me being the last person, but me being in my background, in my community, and free love is kind of what I do. I don't, even though I like to have sex with different women. Not all women are worth it. Not all women are worth it. You take a look, or you take a sound, or you take a bad sniff, you get out of there. There's always other women, thousands of them, millions of them around the world. And their attitude toward you is got to be gentle and soft and feminine. It can't be all hard, masculine, and let's do this. I mean, no one's attracted to that. No one really is. I mean, if you are, you probably soft anyway.
Lacey, what do you mean by this? Would it be different if the setting was different? Do you mean would would it be less nasty?
Yeah.
Nothing would change on my part. She could have said eating niggas ass in Houston. She could have said eating niggas ass in New York City.
Yep.
It don't matter
There's
what
some
she
coochie
say.
you should just be scared of. I don't care what nobody says.
Yep.
Some coochie you should be scared of.
Yep, you're absolutely
I
right.
don't know what
And for easy money, my Pan-African brother, 1,000 lashes for unbecoming of a black man. 1,000 lashes.
Man, me and Khalifa single. She ain't dating. She been married twice. She ain't married now. She ain't got to do. Me and Khalifa complaining about the industry, the adult industry, and how it's ruined her name or whatever. And still using the name me and Khalifa.
I'm gonna be honest, y'all. If I ever seen a corn star I think those women are nasty. They're very attractive for their purpose, but I've never seen one in real life because they have like conventions and stuff.
They have conventions.
I see that on Instagram. People taking pictures with them. Like,
man.
You sure you want to give her a kiss on the cheek?
There's look. Yo, the fact that some of these women are married. Ladies. Let me just tell you, because some of y'all love to use those type of ladies as an excuse, right? To say, well, these women are married. It's possible for anybody to get married. I need y'all to understand that there are a lot of different types of men out there.
Man, though?
There are a lot of different types of men, and all of these sexual deviants that y'all are talking about. A man who would marry a woman like that has a screw loose. He got a certain type of fluidity in his head, right? Fetish. To where, like, here's the funny thing. Let me actually say this because here's usually what these dudes amount to. They are abusive, like pimps. Some of them are pimps. First off,
Adam 22 is a pimp.
Exactly. Some of them are pimps. That's why they don't really. Marriage is. It don't mean the same thing to them. It's like not saying you my wife, this is my hoe, this is my number one, this is my bottom bitch. Some of them have married their bottom bitch before. So understand that this is not the same arrangement that these men got with these women. This is something different. For Adam 22 to that shit, goddamn, these are the end times, bro. I'm sorry. These are the end times, bro.
And then she coming home from work. How's your day today, baby? Oh, I'm just so tired. Oh, tired from what? Oh my God, fuck for like 2 extra hours today. Like that. What? Who could have a wife like that come home like that every day from fucking all day?
Well, they're both in the industry.
Baby, not tonight.
They're both married. They're married to each other, and they're both in the industry. So that's what kind of dude's gonna be able to hear that all the time.
You know what? Big N says $10. Yeah, but Trigger Mike, if your wife come home and say she's trying to get scratched, what you trying to do? First off, I'm gonna check her temperature because I told you I've really always been attracted to sexually vanilla ass women. So yes, wives can get super freaky, but she gonna whisper that shit in my ear, and she's not gonna say that shit. She gonna be like, So this is the funny part. She's super classy with it. And here's the worst part about it. Some wives, they're so vanilla that they give the wrong cues. Like you have no idea what they actually trying to say. So she'll come over to me like I'm playing with the kids and I'm trying to be super dad, and she'll like come caress the back of my neck like, can we put the kids to bed now, please? Like, and I'll be like, oh shit, you're right. My dumb ass would be like, yeah, they have been playing a little too long.
So, Mike, would you be more surprised? Mike, let me ask you a question. Would you be more surprised if she says she wants to get scratched, or she call you Trigger Mike? She said, "Hey, Trigger Mike, I'm ready."
Come pull that trigger for me, baby.
Okay, let me say this. She'll say some shit like that if she's drunk. You're right. If she's sitting there drinking wine, I know what time it is. But I've had sit-down talks. I've actually had sit-down talks where I was like, I need you and your vanilla talking ass to let me know what's up. You just gonna get mad, talk about something. Can you put the kids to bed, please? I don't know if you upset because they making noise. I don't know if you trying to get adult time going. Damn.
Now we got to go down a level for our pain
Like
because he's in a
now I
different.
gotta interpret shit.
Okay,
In
what's
fact,
what you
in
trying
that
to say
case,
here,
we already married. The marriage bedroom is undefiled. You could say you trying to get stretched in my ear. Whisper that shit. Whisper that shit like Janae Aiko. Okay? It's because she's so
I like
soft.
her.
She's so like sweet
Yeah.
and
I do.
dainty. You know
Yes,
what I'm
she
saying?
is.
Yeah.
Yes. No.
So
Uh,
here's a funny joke. Somebody said Janae Aiko is no different from Megan Thee Stallion. She just whisper when she say nasty shit.
hey.
I'm
Now,
trying to
now,
get
now. Yeah, I'm just man. Woo. Now when it comes to our pain, we need to drop it. We need to drop it down a little bit for our pain. So our pain, because you're in an older age group, so your wife will probably come to you and say, "Baby, when you come put your acne brick on my cement, what would you say,
Wait, say that again.
baby? When you come put your acne brick on my cement, what would you say?"
Oh man, listen, man.
No,
I'm glad my wife never said that to me.
BMU. I would
Meaning,
literally. So here's the worst part: when your wife don't talk like that, you gonna screw the mood up. I would literally turn around like, "What the? Are you?
fuck.
Yeah.
Exactly
Kill
what
the
I was
whole
saying.
vibe.
Are
And
you
then
okay?
everything would
Hey,
close down
Pain,
for the night because
Pain,
Are
I'm
you
like too
okay?
clueless.
Pain. What if she be like? Giveth thou dangling?
No,
Oh, Jesus.
No,
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 bro, no.
no,
I'm about to say,
no, no,
Hey,
no.
God.
or she come and say, "Give me that rod and staff that comforts me."
You know what? You know
I
what?
have the bed
No,
in front of me.
no.
And you say I would automatically go get my priest uniform.
Let, let me
Yes.
let me address what somebody put in the chat real quick. They said Demetrius was like Adam 22 was trying to sell his wife to Andrew Tate. That was ridiculous. Yeah, I saw. So what I saw that interview. What
Yes.
he wasn't proposing like hey, come hit the wife. What he was saying is, would you like do like a double penetration threesome with me and my
Oh
wife?
man.
And so Andrew Tate's like, nah, hell nah, that's disgusting. That I don't do stuff like that. Now, the reason why he would even bring it up or suggest it in the first place is because before Andrew Tate got as big as he was talking about having cheating parties and messing around with different women. So him being in the adult, Adam being in the adult industry, he's naturally thinking, well, he's had this lifestyle before or something like it. So, might as well. I've already given my wife to Jason Love. How about somebody I kind of know and admire? And he kind of flat out told him no, like I'm not interested in that. I'm not having that. That's disgusting. I wouldn't do it.
Hey, guess what, EBD? You know what's?
I think
I
that's
think it's
part
a
of
good
promo
thing. I think it's a
though.
good thing that the internet is trolling Adam 22 for what
Yeah,
he did with his wife. I think it's a good thing that he's getting his ass reamed for that,
he is.
right?
He
And
is.
they
Yeah.
all
You know what it
trolling
is?
Pause.
him.
He's
You know
trolling
what it
back.
is,
It was
though?
okay. Okay, you know what it is? It's the
He's
most
trolling
public.
back.
It is the most public. It is the only worldwide public display of a marriage about an adult, two adult film creators, right? And the dynamics that go with that. We've never, ever seen it before because remember, they're both doing podcasts, and when they do podcasts on the hub, they talk to some girl, interview her, and then they have sex with her. Adam does
Listen,
anyway, and
man.
so does the woman.
Y'all are
So
too spicy for me.
just
Demetrius
saying.
Carter says, Trig, what if your wife whispers in your ear, talk about wanting to eat your ass? I missed this part of school. Okay. I missed the sign-up sheet for where dudes are supposed to let women do this to them. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm vanilla. I have no problem admitting this shit. Never going down, buddy. I don't. If this is a thing now, I clearly didn't
It's
sign up
not.
for the
It's
training
not a
class.
thing, man. This
No,
just
it's a
no way.
thing. No, well,
I
I was
can't
gonna say it is a thing,
for
but
only things. It's a thing
it
for
ain't my
things
it ain't my thing.
because I can't. I mean, just first of all, I don't see how you could possibly think that there's anything good going back door like that. I mean, come
So
on.
no. Let me put it to you this way. So if my wife suddenly developed disgusting an appetite for this type of behavior, we getting divorced because you
Oh my
learn this shit.
god.
You learn this shit from somewhere,
I want to see a
and you
divorce
ain't learning
court.
from me.
I want to see a court where it's like, yo, man, you know what she did? We're having a divorce. Well, why? She
She tried to eat
tried
my ass, Your
to
Honor.
eat my.
Mike, it's supposed to be for better or worse. You got to stick through the for worse part, Mike.
Okay.
Nastiness is not for worse, bro.
Okay.
You'd be like, this bitch nasty. I can't do this. This bitch too nasty.
Okay.
She's trying to get
So Ikane, how many times you got your ass ate out?
Bruh, that shit is nasty.
So
that ain't the number. Wait, that ain't the number.
With none.
That ain't the number, Ikane.
One time for you realize it's nasty.
With none, that shit is nasty. He said, "Bro, that shit is nasty."
Right.
That's why I said so. One time it took for you to
I
know
can
it's
hear
nasty.
I can hear Ikane now. One time I was in Africa, I was over. I had killed a lion, and I laid down on the ground. And girl ate my ass. It felt good to me. I started to like it. As I got older, I no longer like it no more. Let me tell you this. Let me tell you this right now. Let me tell you this.
You're right about that.
Let me tell you this. After the first time she ate my ass, I don't do it no more. Okay? Okay? You got it? Huh?
They do not call me Black Panther for nothing.
That was the shortest answer.
BMU, you almost had it, but you landed the plane too early. BMU, you almost had it.
I know it.
You're right about that, BMU. You're right.
Oh man, hey Mike, what's going on, man? What you got us talking about, Mike?
Literally, I'm like, can we get off this, man? Tongue your garlic. Listen, he said men giving up on marriage. Listen, I was trying to be methodical.
Hey, Mike, before you go forward, hey BMU, how many times have you got that? How many times?
Hey, listen to me. Listen, hey, listen to me. I don't get no ass ate. That is disgusting.
That is disgusting.
Okay, I had it. Wait. I had it 3 times. Not gonna lie.
Oh man.
You are the resident host.
We should have known. We should have known.
We know that you have tried
3 times. 3.
So this nigga be really unleashing the dragon.
What did you go through? He said 3 times. Did you go through some kind of
No,
what?
it's not like hey babe, come eat my ass. They doing what they're supposed to do, and then they just doing something they ain't supposed to do. I'm like, what the hell is this?
Ooh.
Hold on. What happens? What happens when she hit your tongue? What happens though if she eating your ass and that tongue hit you right and you moan like a little bitch? Oh, what happens?
Hey, BMU, stop, bro. Hey,
And she lick your ass and you hit one of them fucking hot dogs like a goddamn female. Dragon, what happened?
Listen.
Noise you making.
Hold on. That shit looks so unnatural that if I walked in on a dude getting that from his girl, I wouldn't even know what was happening in that moment. Like, what is
Okay, so y'all never had a woman.
Imagine the position the dude. Hold on. Imagine the position the dude got to be in to allow that shit to happen.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna think he's a colonoscopy. What is this? A colonoscopy?
So Dragon, Dragon? Hold on, Dragon. So she had your leg, she had your legs all the way back, Dragon, behind your head.
Nah, wait. Nah. It wasn't. No. It wasn't all the way. First, it wasn't all the way back, but I was on my back when she got there.
Oh no!
Oh no! Nasty niggas, I can't, man. That's what $5 says. Talking about eating a nigga's ass like they didn't just pronounce an outbreak of oral-based diseases in Houston. Turns my stomach.
Man.
Oh boy, this is disgusting. I'm sorry.
You can't be a baby.
We've gone a little too far.
Sugar Mike said his legs was back. Sugar Mike.
I got a question.
We've gone a little too far.
I got a question. So y'all never had a woman go down on y'all and she get close, or she's starting to go a little too far and you got to redirect her?
Hell no. Well, no.
So I mess with. So wait.
How does your mouth fall off the pole hard enough to accidentally slip? Ooh, my bad.
No, it doesn't happen that way. Wait, it doesn't happen that way. It does not happen. It doesn't happen that way. He's right. She works her way down to the balls, and then all of a sudden,
you gotta purposely go under the balls, though, right? You gotta.
No. But first of all, I deal with bigger women, right? I deal with bigger women. So they like to do what they do, right? But damn, do they know how to quickly just go from here to down there? No problem.
What happens? So what if she sneak up on you and start eating your ass and she fuck around and catch a piece of corn or some shit?
Hey, listen, man. Okay,
Then
Nah,
that's
I would
your
hope
fault.
you
nah,
could
But
smell.
nah,
if it's
I would
nah.
corn
hope you
down there,
could
that's
smell the
your
corn
fault.
before you got down there. Mm-mm.
Both of y'all low down
It's
if
all
it's
your
Subject
corn
fault,
change.
down
too.
there.
Subject change. Let me ask y'all a question.
Woo!
Goodness gracious.
Go ahead.
It's good, good. Let's purify the convo since y'all clearly have like I might need to throw holy water on my computer at this point. All right.
That's so funny.
Do we glorify Heaux culture over good girls? Anybody?
I don't think men do. I think men utilize it, but I don't think men glorify it. That's why women are so mad.
I think it's the inverse. I think it's the inverse. I think women value whole culture and shame good girls or good women. Think about it. Think about it. All the Cardi B's, all the Megan Thee Stallions, who are they supported by? But that woman who worked that 13-hour shift cooking for her man, what they saying in the chat? You see what I mean?
Right. Well, here's another thing, though, EBJ. I think one of the reasons why women lose their virtue and they don't protect it is because men take their accountability away from them. Every time I talk about that, I have all these men here saying, well, it's up to men to have discipline. No, women have to protect their virtue. We teach how, if they don't protect their, and here's the point. It's easy for women to get sex because men always want it. So it's up to them to say, listen, you can't have none. And because back in the day, they used to know how to say no. And so now, they try to conflate the fact that, they're having a lot of sex because men want it. I mean, that's just not new. Men always want sex. They'll take sex from a woman any way they give it. It's up to women to say no, because the only way we can get sex from a woman without their consent is a criminal activity.
Yeah.
That's it.
And most of us don't do that, wouldn't engage in that anyway.
That's right. And not most men, that's minimizing it. The vast majority of men don't do that.
Right.
From all walks of life.
Right.
So women have to
like
be
99%.
99.9.
Women have to give it up, man. Women have to say, yeah, hey, listen, you want to go, you can't. Well, there's women who tell men you can't put a condom on or you ain't getting none. Because women, here's another unspoken thing. Women like raw dog as much or more than men.
They like it more.
Because a man is going to get sex. If he has to put on a condom, he don't. As long as he got it in there, he don't give a shit. I mean, he does, but not the same. A woman, if a man goes raw into the woman, a lot of times it's because she wants it.
And women, most likely,
a woman told me one time I couldn't even have sex with her if I wanted to use a condom. She said it would turn her off.
Exactly.
Older woman
will be the one to pull it off.
The older women will be like, I'm allergic to latex. What?
She said it'll dry my coochie up if you put that condom on.
Oh God, they all say that. Goodness gracious.
And so this is my thing. I think the narrative, men need to have discipline, but I tell guys, let's go by percentages. We need to put that message out there. I grant it. It's an age thing. It's an availability thing. But even in the best of time, you give me a percentage of men between 18 and 30 who's going to turn down some trim when it's right there in front of them and wide open. 10% maybe? Is that high? 10, 5%?
I got to tell you, it's higher. It's higher. Let me respond to you, please, Mr. Payne.
Go ahead.
You see, most of us always think that men are these loose cannons that can't control themselves. And I got to tell you, that is not true, because even between the age of 20 and 30, I had to walk away from so many women, especially when they come too quick, too fast. You see what I'm saying? It's not every man that likes to be emasculated like that.
Give me a percentage, Give me a percentage.
I'm shooting above 50, above 50%, above 50%. Excuse me, let me tell you something, Mr. Penn. Mr. Penn, I understand you want to make this argument, but let me tell you this. There are 20% of men out there, less than 20% of men out there that impregnated most of these women. Who is loose cannon? No. I'm coming. Just let's have a conversation. Who is the loose cannon? Who is the loose cannon? 20% of less than 20% of men impregnating 57% of women. Who is the loose cannon?
Let me speak to you. If 30% of the men, if the 80% of the men ain't getting no ass, that means when it's presented to them, they ain't turning that shit down.
Okay, let me tell you. You know why I disagree with you on this? a lot of men, even a lot of men, the reason why men, 80%, almost 80% of the men don't have sex the way we think is because 80% of the men thought that women are virtuous. And they still want virtuous woman. That tells you that 50, I'm telling you, 50% of men, I got to tell you, I am among 20%, those 20% of men that have access to vagina. And I got to tell you, let me say this, Mr. Penn. I am among those 20% of men that have access to vagina any day, anytime. But I got to also tell you that I am among those men that have turned down a lot of them because guess what? The approach of a woman, when a woman look too loose to me, I don't want to deal with that.
Yeah, you keep saying,
and a lot of men are like that. A lot of my
experience. Hey, listen. Okay, listen. I'm not gonna listen. If that's your experience, great. But we could do a poll on the panel. Does anybody believe that there's upwards to 50% of men who turning down trim? Does anybody believe that?
No, hell no.
Stop.
What I'm saying is
Baseball cap.
upwards of 50 of men who aren't getting any at all, but not turning it down.
Yeah,
Now that's
man.
true.
I mean,
That's
I
true.
hear what you're saying, but that's you. You might be virtuous. You might know some more virtuous men, but the average rank and file man, they get if
No, they don't turn. The man's problem, I was gonna say, most men's problem is that they can't get any. It's not that they'll turn it down. I've never known. Listen, I've probably just crossed a threshold in my life where I could actively turn down ass. As a married man, you have to acquire that skill.
Right.
And women act like it's something that y'all need to practice dick discipline. Just like anything, it takes time to be this disciplined. The one, like literally, that's what your body is made for. I said it on somebody's panel the other night, asking me, "Oh well, how do you stay faithful to your wife if blank and blank?" I don't put myself in the freaking lion's den.
Right.
I have an ex-girlfriend that told me in my ear, "You are mine. I don't give a damn who you with. Who people? Do you think I will put myself in a locked room with this woman? Hell no."
I had a conversation like that, Mike, and I told people, listen, the reason why I don't have an affair and I don't cheat on my wife is because I'm not a pretty boy. I have to cultivate the relationship with the girl to get laid. I have to set it up. I have to make plans, and everything would have to be premeditated. I'm not going to do that shit to my wife. Women don't come to me and say, "Hey, big boy, I'm gonna give you some ass tonight." That don't happen to me.
So
That's
in a
what I'm saying,
relationship,
like-
in a relationship that's satisfying, like sexually for both people, why would you look for somewhere else? You don't really look for somewhere else when you're satisfied with the girl you're with. That typically doesn't happen.
And it's not even just that. It's not even just that, because what the women want to hear is that I love you so much that my nature changed. My nature changed, and
I no longer like other women.
My celebrity crush can take her hand and caress it across my Johnson, and nothing is gonna happen. He's not gonna stand up. You got your goddamn mind. I'm still a man at the end of the day. The way I keep my mind focused on where the hell it need to be, I think about my children. I think about I think a lot of scenarios now.
What you got to lose?
Exactly. So I'm exactly. I think about what I have to lose. I think about if this woman is even really serious. I think what's going on with a lot of women, especially with some of the propositions that I've gotten over these last few years being married, this shit isn't even about me.
Okay, guys, you guys raised up an argument that I'm not going to let go easily like that, and I'll tell you why.
No, that's okay, but I agree with you on that.
No. Because I got to straighten something out real quick. Yeah. You have a lot of women that are prostitutes out there, right?
Okay.
I believe that close to whopping 300,000 women out there in the United States are prostitutes. I'm not talking about the ones that are not on the street. I'm talking about the ones on the street. And you have men that are close to, that are 50% to 80% in America that don't really have access to sex, right?
Yep.
So, and you know of all these men that not even up to 20% of them are going out there paying women to have sex with them, correct? Because the reason why these men are not going out there to pay these women to have sex is because most of these men don't want to have sex with a loose woman. I'm telling you guys this.
Most of them don't want to do it because it's a criminal act. A lot of guys don't do. That's why the ladies
Man, I'm from a country where it's not a criminal act.
That's why the OnlyFans women are making. That's why they go get all these OnlyFans.
Mr. Ikene, I'll tell you one thing. Hang on. I'll tell you one thing.
Go ahead.
In America, tomorrow, they pass a law. They sign it into law. Prostitution is now legal in every state in the United States.
Yes.
How many men who are not getting laid right now are getting laid that next day? Let me answer you the question. If you look at OnlyFans, right? OnlyFans doesn't have more than 2 million or 3 million subscribers that are consistent. OnlyFans. You know why? Because it's not even $1 billion company. It's not even $10 billion company. It's not $100 billion company. There are over 150 million men in America, right? Over 150 million men. And you know quite all right that almost 5 million men of these have access to sex, right? So about 140 million or 145 million don't really have access to sex. I'm talking about men 18 years and above. Okay. And you know, of all these men, that let's just put it at 100 or 100 million. And of all these men, are you telling me that if you legalize prostitution tomorrow, that 100 million men are going to hit the street looking for pussy? It's not going to happen. Why not? Why not? In some forms, hang on. It's already. Wait. I think you severely misunderstand. You misunderstand. First of all, a man's need for sex, number one, and number two.
It's hard.
And number two, the lengths he will go to get it. I personally traveled to other cities outside of San Antonio.
Because you are that 20%.
200 miles to get some in the middle of the night.
I've done that many times. That's why I told you in that 20% is possible.
So 20% of men, there's 20% of men. There's only a small percentage of men that ain't got to go nowhere, spend any money, or even hardly spend the game. They'll always have their DMs full. They'll always have access to women.
They're still going to do it.
There's a bigger percentage. There's a bigger percentage that ain't got it.
Let me answer you. Let me answer you this question, okay?
Go ahead.
Men that have access to sex,
right,
in Dallas, they might have access to 50 women's sex in Dallas, right? And then there is another girl in Los Angeles, or 3 girls in Los Angeles. I tell you, who's going to leave that 50 girls in Dallas and fly to Los Angeles to go and have sex? Which one girl? Or fly in a girl from Los Angeles to Dallas, whereas he has access to sex in Dallas. That's how crazy those 20% men are. I'm trying to tell you because I'm in that category. But I'm telling you that there are men out there, there are far more men than women that are not loosed. I'm telling you, bro, believe me. There are far more men than women.
Ekene, listen, I hear you stuck on the 20%, but 80% of the men are not being chased because they want to be. There's a lot of men.
Not because they want to be. That's proven. The reason why we can see that. So the reason why we can see that is that before 30, women are far more promiscuous than men, as you can clearly see, because women double the amount of children have children before double the amount of women have children and men don't. But by the time we're 40, more like 80% of everybody, both men and women, have children, which means that after they've given their coochie up to all the dudes they wanted to, and they were trying to get him to commit, he didn't commit. At some point, they had to go find a sucker to have at least one child with, and that's how those men got their shot, right? Like, oh, she's looking at me now. That's great. But as they get up there in age, eventually they're going to sleep with some dude, and then like close to 80% of men and women over the age of 40 have one child.
Also, older men are a little bit more appealing. So if you weren't lucky between the ages of 17 and 30,
very true.
Together, Once you're in the 30s and you're on some kind of stride, you get a little bit more appealing to women. And you ain't necessarily picking baby mamas either. You can
I
find.
agree.
So all I'm just trying to say is, Ikene, you got some parts right, but I think you're overestimating the 80% to say that these
You
guys
see,
have some kind of virtue. There's some women
I think
that get no ass.
where my argument and your argument are going to meet is yes. Trigger man just said something that is true. Between that and that's what I should have said. That would have helped you guys. Between the age of 18, that legal age, right, to 30, yes, women have far more sexual access than men. But also see this thing. I gotta let you guys understand this. Men between the age of 18 and 30 have far less sexual discipline as well. Even though they have far less access to sex, they are also far less sexually disciplined, right? Between the age of 18 and 30. But check what happens. At the age of 35, or let's say 32 and up, men start having far more access to sex than women, right? But guess what? Men at that age are not sexually indisciplined.
Men never have more access to sex than women. Never. Women always have more access to sex.
Oh, but let me tell you something, right? Mr. Pen, I'm going to disagree.
At any age.
No,
women
they
always,
do.
No. You're talking about relationships. Women always have more access to sex.
That is not correct.
Let me get these super chats read. Let me get these super chats read. Advanced Perception $2 says, Alexa, play Unleash the Dragon by Cisco. Yeah!
Y'all niggas gonna make me unleash the dragon.
Did he unleash the dragon on her face?
Yeah.
From them enchiladas he ate.
I've never done that, but I'll try it for my next one.
So y'all grossing the chat out. They said next subject. J Hub again says, when you hitting who you want, a loose woman pushing up on you isn't attractive. As a matter of fact, you as a married man, I don't know how this happened because I used to just let people be. I'm more disgusted now because what I really think is if you extra flirtatious with me knowing that I'm married, I think you trifling. I've noticed at least be sneaky about it because that's what I meant earlier when I said I don't think this shit is about me at all. Why are you extra flirty? Right? Like you being a little extra, but I think it's because I think married men have some kind of appeal, right? That fucks with a woman's like that glitches her up a bit, like, ooh.
Pre-selection. It's called pre-selection.
Exactly. Ooh, maybe I can get him to break his little routine. Like, I have no idea, but I'll be looking at it like, yo, you a little thirsty, man. This shit is unattractive as like, nah, I've done that whole thing in my life, man. This
a lot. If
easy
you
money.
Look married, if you look married, you have an appeal.
You haven't run across a 35-year-old woman during ovulation. I'm not sure what you mean.
That's what I'm trying to tell you guys, man. That right there, he's saying the real truth. I got to tell you guys, right? In my 20s, even all the guys that I know, and you guys maybe you can go take your memory back. In your 20s, it's very difficult to deal and have access to girls in your 20s in multiple girls at the same time. It's very difficult. But look at in your 30s, when you deal with girls 30-something years and above, I got to tell you, most of them don't have access to sex the way we think. You know why? Because most men don't deal with women above the age of 33 years old. Most men don't. So girls at that age and above don't have access to sex the way we do. Because guess what? Two things happen to them. They know that most guys that are coming just want to have sex with them and leave. And then they want marriage, right? And that's when most guys have access to these women. Because not that many pool of men want them, no matter her beauty level.
Okay.
I think you're missing an age thing here because when I was in my 20s, I had sexual access to older women. Older women was the ones I can smash down. The women my age weren't looking in my direction, but
I think you made EDB,
yeah,
you made a
yeah.
mistake. I said women that are of under the age of 32, right? You can easily get access to them,
You
even
said
at
under
your
32?
young
You
age.
said under 32.
32.
Oh, okay.
Under 32. But 33 and above is the women that most people have access to. Most men have access to because they themselves are not desirable as they used to be when they were under the age of 32. That's
Not
why
unless
it's easy for you and I to bang a woman at the age of 33 and above than when we were in our 20s, looking for women our age.
I think that I think that most of our experience here in the States is that like women who are within 17 to 25 are probably going to be the most promiscuous because they're trying
Racking
and
up hundreds of
they're
bodies.
hundreds of bodies, hundreds
Can
of
y'all hear
bodies.
me now?
Yeah, go ahead, JT.
Yes.
Yeah, my stream yard started cutting up on me. I had to reset. But listen to this stat right here. I think somebody did a survey on Tinder, and Tinder is like what a lot of people use for sex. And they were saying that the top 10% of men on Tinder were still getting less sex than the bottom 10% of women on Tinder. And they were saying that all of the women were swiping on the same 20% of men, and everybody else was getting a no. So a lot of the dudes ain't even getting the chance to talk to these women, let alone sex from these women.
And it's
So
not
they
for
were
the
going
lack of
to,
trying. They're
yeah, that
trying.
was going to your point. Yeah, that was going to your point earlier that you were making before I left about how dudes will get it any way that you give it to them just because they don't never have the chance to. Like when they say it's a lot of men out here that's over the age of 30 and still virgins, that is very true.
Right. Yeah.
Don't let these
I think
dudes get on. A lot of dudes get on here and talk about how much they getting, but I guarantee you, a lot of guys can still count on their hands how many women they've been with. Maybe
but
one hand, some of them.
I think we're all missing what Trigger Mike asked as a question. Trigger Mike said, if a woman comes to you and busted wide open, would you turn it down? That was the question, right, Trigger Mike?
Yes.
And most
And I said,
my bad, I had left out.
then I said that a lot of men, even up to above 50%, will turn it down because it's a shock to them. Most men don't just go for ass like that they don't expect, that they didn't chase. You see what I'm saying? Most men will turn it down if it's bust wide open for them, just like that. But if they pursue it, and then it becomes something that she's giving up, maybe after 2 or 3 days, but you didn't expect to get it on the 3rd day, he's not going to turn it down.
I think a younger man. Wait. I think the
it
virgin.
depends on the
I think
woman.
a virgin. I think it depends on the woman too, right? But if we're talking about this young woman is 20-something years old, maybe drunk, something like that, or maybe a little loose on the college campus field. A lot of these younger guys are not saying no to that, right?
Yeah,
they're just not.
Because they're pursuing her, right?
They're pursuing, but it's more than that. It's more than that. I understand what you're saying. Yeah, we understand what you're saying, Nick. We understand what you're saying about pursuing women because all men are pursuing women. But most younger men are pursuing sex, not just the women. It's the sex that they're after.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
No.
Women, that's what I'm saying.
Women can lead to relationships. They can relate to headaches. They can be a pain. They can be why don't we go steady? Most men are looking to just nut, to at least know what sex is.
Look, Egan, I can answer your question the way you want it.
No.
I can answer your question the way you want it. Because look, I drive trucks. Now, every so often, more than it should happen, I get a knock on my door from what's called a lot lizard, which is a prostitute. She asked me, do I want to have sex? That's what they go do out here at truck stops. She knock on my door and ask me, do I want to have sex? Most men are gonna say no to that, regardless of if it's free.
That's what I'm talking about. Exactly.
But to EBD's point, if it's a woman that's attractive in their age and just a regular college girl,
Yes,
most dudes not saying no to that.
that's right.
Who
That's
would?
what we're
That's
talking
right.
about.
That's
We ain't
that's
talking
right.
about prostitute. We're
That
talking about regular interactions with people.
Yeah,
Right.
most
okay,
dudes
okay,
not gonna say
being
no to that.
solicited. We're not talking
okay.
about solicited.
Let me say this to you guys. You have a male lion, right? A lion in the jungle, resting, and the meat just drop right on his face. Boom. What do you think that lion is going to do? Stand and eat it or run away?
He'll wait.
You gonna run away?
What he'll do is he'll sniff it. He'll know what if
No,
there's any poisons in it.
No,
He'll
but
know
we're
if
not.
it's good
You're
meat or
making,
no,
bad
you're
meat.
making
that's
these
not that's
making
not
these
true.
examples
When
that's
you
not
drop
applying to the
when,
situation, though.
when
The
you drop
average, we're talking about the average interaction between a man and a woman, not a prostitute offering you sex. We're talking
but
about if you're a regular guy with regular girls and regular interactions, and
Most
you
dudes
happen to
going,
pursue this chick and you getting some ass,
okay,
you're not turning it down.
let,
Most
let me
women
say
especially if
this.
he
Let,
know her already. Especially
Yeah,
if
let,
he
let,
especially
already
if he
know her.
knows her.
if
Yeah.
he knows her, oh yeah,
yeah, but
most dude will
sit
never
there.
turn it down. That's why I'm saying it's
What's the
communication.
point?
We're
What's the
going
point
back.
of
We're going.
making? You're talking about
But guess what,
a prostitute coming to you
Mr. Penn,
out of the clear
Mr. Penn,
blue.
you stressed it. You stretched it because guess what?
What's
I'm going by the premise of Trigger Man's question. He said, if a girl show up to you and bust it wide open, how many men are going to turn it down? I said most men will turn it down because it's all of a sudden. It's all of a sudden.
First of all, I think I brought up the thing
Nah.
that most men. Listen, let's move on to the next question, man. Because
Oh
uh,
man, I ain't got no more questions, man. I gotta get out of here. I gotta get back to work. All right, fellas, man. This is a good one. Tomorrow we're gonna be talking about dudes, man.
I
Oh,
told you guys that Trigger Mike always cut us off in the middle of
yes,
heated
yes,
conversation.
yes. Hey, man. Appreciate y'all coming through today, man.
later, bro.
All right, y'all go check out my man. Who is on right now? Thank y'all for coming through to the Trigger Mike Show. Thank you for all of your super chats. My man Fatty is live right now. Go over there and say Trigger Mike sent us. Show my man Fatty some love. My man Israel is live right now too. Go show my man Israel Mills some loves. Israel, mean Israel Mills with a Z at the end. All right. Tonight, though, y'all show them some love right now, but tonight we got the big show. All right. So I need y'all to come through to the big show, which is the title, Lapeef Let's Talk tonight. What is it? It says men who have mother wounds. Ooh, a man who has a mother wound will not be able to emotionally provide for his woman. I need to hear this conversation. I need to hear that conversation. So make sure if you have not subscribed to the Lapeef Network, join the Green Gang if you can, man. Show your support to this great network. Tonight we got mommy issues on deck. That's one hell of a conversation. Y'all know that's one we need to have. So make sure you come through. Share this out just once. I want you to go. That stream is already open right now. Go ahead and hit the bell for notifications. Subscribe to the Lapeef Network. If you have not, hit that share button. Go open that stream right now. Hit that share button and share this out to your Facebook or the social media that you use the most. All right. Do that for me right now. Let everybody know this is the content that you're watching to get you through your workday, the most entertaining content on the best network on YouTube, which is the Lapeef Network. All right, y'all. See y'all tonight at Lapeef Let's Talk. Dope concept and topic about mommy issues. All your favorites are on the show. I'll see y'all tonight. I'm out.